It might be a little cold outside, but it is heating up. The playoffs have arrived. Tonight, the Warriors of North Cobb have made the trek south to take on the 8-2 Panthers of Langston Hughes. Hello, everybody, and thanks so much for joining us. We hope you're ready for the postseason. DJ Shockley and Van Earl Wright certainly are. And we've got a good one tonight featuring some major college talent. We'll start with the visitors from North Cobb and their quarterback, Tyler Queen, who's had that position seemingly for the last 10 years.
Yeah, you think about it. We've seen him a lot just playing this season, but we've seen him a lot throughout his career. He's working on his 48th career start.
Amazing.
So he has a lot of experience, a lot of tools, but I like what he does on the field. He knows how to carry himself. You see the stats on the season. He's done a great job at that. He broke Hudson Mason's Cobb County record with over 88 touchdowns, I believe it is. So he's done a good job being consistent for them. He's a leader on and off the field. So I'm enjoying seeing him over the last few years and looking forward to seeing what he does tonight. They're going to need him running and throwing tonight. They're going to beat a very good Langston Hughes defense.
And a lot of good ball control as well. But DJ mentioned the defense. It is formidable for the Panthers, and they're led by a special talent, number one, DeAndre Walker.
When you say special, that is the legit word. He is special coming into the year with 19 and a half sacks, Van Earl. 19 sounds amazing, but as a sophomore, he had 24.
Oh, my goodness.
As a junior, he had 22. So he is a sack machine. I asked him on the field before the game. I said, hey, what makes you so special? How do you get to the quarterback? He said, I just grind. I go hard, and I get after them. They think they can block me, but they can't. I'm looking forward to seeing this unique specimen at defensive end get after the quarterback tonight. Should be a good matchup between him and Tyler Queen, so it should be an outstanding affair tonight with these two teams.
Absolutely. The destination is the Georgia Dome. That's where state championships will be decided. But before we get to the Dome, they got to get through the first round. It's the Warriors and the Panthers on WSBTV.com, and the kickoff is coming your way next.
Can we have a listen to? Son of a. Knew I should have used my soccer. I've been feeling too good the last couple days, last month, I think. But I didn't see it when it actually happened. It happened within a 15-minute time span.
Oh, my.
I let him go outside. Okay. I let him go outside at like 2:45. Conference call for the Big Ten. At like 2:45 on Wednesday. Conference call over at 3. I opened the door.
Laid out.
You remember him, right?
I never met him in person. I only heard him.
Really? You never saw him? But you saw him when he came over there.
Yeah.
All right, baby, game time, playoffs. Let's get it.
All right. We'll be ready to go when we get back.
About 30 seconds.
Ben holding that ref. 15 seconds. Moments away, you're looking at Fernando De La Mora, the sophomore kicker for the Panthers of Langston Hughes, with their all-black uniforms, green numbers outlined in gold. This school been open just 6 years and in the playoffs for a third straight year as De La Mora kicks it to the 15, fielded by DJ Render. Good return all the way out to the 35-yard line. Good field possession for North Cobb on their opening series of the night. They're led by head coach Shane Queen in his 9th year. He's won 60% of his games. His 9th year at North Cobb after spending 6 years as the leader of the football program at South Cobb. And his son is Tyler Queen, the Auburn commit, and a man who was surviving a lot of verbal grief from DJ Shockley minutes before kickoff for choosing Auburn over Georgia. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Warriors of North Cobb. Queen to throw on first down. Wide receiver screen, right side, complete to DJ Render. That's his 33rd catch of the year, but it's for a loss of 3. Nowhere to go for Render. Moves the line of scrimmage back to the 32-yard line.
I think this is kind of what you're going to see this ball game, getting the ball out of Tyler Queen's hands pretty quick, because as we know, this defense, 39 sacks on the season.
Little read option. Queen keeps it himself, and I mean definitely nowhere to go that time. Big tackle by Jeremiah Colbreth, his 29th tackle of the year. No gain on the play, and he's helped out by number 1, DeAndre Walker, the special talent that we told you about in our open.
Yeah, they got plenty of players up front. You just talked about Jeremiah Colbreth, DeAndre Walker. I mean, they do a good job in the front 4 of getting pressure on the quarterback, and it starts here with another 3rd and long.
3rd and 13, screen pass. That's complete to Bryce Perryman across the 35-yard line, but that was the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 4th and long, and the first series for the Warriors is a 3-and-out. Offense is how they made it to the playoffs, DJ. Not a good start.
Yeah, good start for Langston Hughes, though, getting him off the field, starting with some lost yardage plays on 1st and 2nd down. Now they tried to screen on 3rd down, and you see Tyler Queen is also your punter. He's averaging a good about 38 yards of clip punting the football. So
you got it.
You got to be wary of that as well as the game goes on, about him being your punter. Look for some fake punts or somewhere he can use his athleticism to get a 1st down.
And back deep for the Panthers is Kenyon Houston. He's been averaging 12 yards of return, but he stays away from that one, bouncing dangerously. Queen's punt down at the 32-yard line of Langston Hughes, and that's where they will get going on their first offensive series of the game. They're led by number 17, Isaiah Green. Just a sophomore quarterback, but when you got such a strong defense as Hughes does, a sophomore quarterback managing the game, that's all you want.
Yeah, and he's actually taken over for actually tore his ACL at the beginning of the season. Didn't expect Isaiah to be the guy, but he stepped in as a sophomore, done a good job, led the JV to an undefeated record, so he's used to winning.
And he runs it on 1st down, but he puts the football on the floor, but able to recover his own fumble. Very fortunate bounce that time for Green, the sophomore, and actually turns into a positive play with a gain of 6 yards.
Yeah, you said fortunate, because fortunate nobody was around him to pick that ball up or scoop it for North Cobb. So good job of him getting on that football, but it still turns out into a positive gain for Langston Hughes.
Going to be 2nd and 4 for the Panthers. Green to throw his first ball of the night, complete on the right side to Montavious Atkinson, one of the captains on the night and a key performer for the Panthers, both offensively and defensively. He gains 8 yards on the play. It's a 1st down for Langston Hughes.
You see Langston Hughes getting up and going fast. Montavious is the guy who starts at linebacker on defense. That's why you said he goes both ways, but you see the numbers for this season. They want to get him the football. 1st
and 10 from the 45. Again, Green to throw, left side, complete. That's Terrence Koffel, a 5'6", 135 senior, making his 12th catch of the season.
And you see the hurry up now here for Langston Hughes. They want to get going. They want to put up a lot of points. They want to put up a lot of plays and force North Cobb to be very simplistic defensively. But they're going fast. They're moving the football now, picking up positive yards on 1st down.
2nd and 5 for the Panthers. Green keeps it himself, picks up the 1st down, plenty of room down the left side. He's got 2 men to beat, and they cut him down right at the 5-yard line. Huge run by sophomore quarterback Isaiah Green, picks up 45 yards and gets the Panthers on the doorstep of the end zone.
Easily his longest run of the season. He's got 34 rushes on the season for 109 yards. He busts one for 45 on that clip. I mean, that's showing some versatility. You got to watch out for Isaiah. I mean, that's a huge play in this ball game, him being able to pull it and run it.
Huge bonus for the Panthers and their offense. 1st and goal for Langston Hughes from the 3-yard line. And it's touchdown on 1st and goal. Demetrius Whitmore, the sophomore running back and their leading rusher, records his 8th rushing touchdown of the season. And just that quickly, the home team here in Fairburn, Georgia, gets on the board first.
Yeah, this is confidence builder here. You got to look at how they started this ball game, getting a 3 and out, and now take the ball right down the field and score. This is also a team that they lost to 2 years ago in the second round of the playoffs, Van Earl. So they remember this North Cobb team.
Delamora with the successful extra point. He now is 20 out of 23 in that category. Langston Hughes jumps on the board first thanks to a 5-play drive that took 1:24, capped off by a 3-yard touchdown run. You're watching the Georgia High School Football Playoffs on WSBTV.com.
Open it some more.
It's all right. I don't want to freeze us out either. It's a ferocious-looking Panther. And I can tell you that he's one of the few people out there in the stands who's actually warm with that mascot uniform. Temps in the high 30s on the first round of playoff action in the Peach State.
Banner, I'll tell you, there'd be a lot of teams in this state that would love to be out here in this cold weather, though, playing in the playoffs. So I'm sure they're not really mad about having to play in this ball game when it being this cold.
Absolutely not. Delamora with the kickoff, fielded at the 17-yard line. Short kick, DJ Render, about a 5-yard return. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Warriors at their own 26-yard line. And they need to block somebody because they blocked nobody in that first series, DJ.
Well, you know, it started with they tried to look quick screen out to the right side. It was thrown low. He had to catch it, get on the knee, so that puts you behind the chains already. Try to come out and run the ball with Tyler. They get a lot of penetration, so you're already fighting the chains. They got to find positive yards to get right here on first down that goes beyond 1 yard at the line of scrimmage.
Leading rusher for the Warriors, Bryce Perryman, number 5. He's in the backfield with the quarterback Tyler Queen, and Perryman gets it on first down. But again, the interior defensive line, Connor Johnson, Jeremiah Culbreath, Deontay Jackson, putting up a wall for no gain on first down for the Warriors.
Well, right now, this Langston Hughes defense is playing sound technique football because they know Tyler Quinn's going to run the football. They know he's going to pull it from time to time. Every guy doing their job right now is working for him.
Check it. It's a gain of 1, so it's 2nd and 9. Pass complete to the left side. Bryce Perryman out to the 34-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and short. He picked up 7 on the play.
3rd and short is always Tyler Queen time. You see Bryce Perriman's numbers on the year. He's done a good job as well, 895 yards. He's their key player out the backfield and also catching the football. 3rd and 1 looks like more like Tyler Queen area, like I said.
There it is, opening up in the middle. Queen's got some running room, gets it close to midfield and picks up a first down for the Warriors, their first of the night after the 14-yard gain.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. You want to see positive yards. It happened on first down. Able to get the ball down the field. You see Tyler Queen, what he does on the ground. Not only throwing the football he does, but running the football is a big part of his game and his offense.
Hand off to Perryman, left side, but more good defensive work from the front 4, front 7. Connor Johnson in on that tackle. A loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, you see big Connor Johnson right there in the middle. Coach said he's good in the gaps. He also has a couple sacks on the season, so he's a gap plugger. They're going to need him to do a lot and make a lot of plays, especially in the run game.
Second whistle blows the play dead. Offside against the defense. That's Jerome King, our referee for the evening.
DeAndre Walker trying to get a head start over there, trying to get upfield on Tyler Queen to make a play just a little bit early.
So 2nd and 6 for the Warriors. Queen all by himself in the backfield. 3 wide up top. Queen back over those left side and overthrows his intended receiver, Devin Granville. A physical marvel because he had a broken leg earlier this season. I mean, and here he is playing in the playoffs. How do you come from a broken leg to still return in the same season? Ineligible man downfield against the Warriors. So after a penalty against Langston Hughes put him in a good spot, now they're going to be back behind the sticks yet again as you take a look at Willie Cannon.
Coach Cannon, you see him in his 6th season, done a good job of really turning this program around. You talk about the last 3 years, winning their region or being a part of the region championship. So they've done a good job this season. Looking forward to being in the playoffs, playing against North Cobb. And you talk about Granville, how he's come out and played after a broken leg. Tyler Queen was so happy when I talked to him before the game about having him back on the field.
I bet he does. Queen looking to throw again. Pump fake. Went to his check down, DJ Render, but was inaccurate with the throw. It'll be 3rd and long for Render and the Warriors of North Cobb.
Tyler Queen with the big Ben Roethlisberger pump fake right there to bring that football back. But he wanted to get to Granville on that corner route, and a good job of him not forcing it. The corner played off of it and wasn't able to do it. You see DJ Render on the season with his numbers. He's done a pretty good job as well. I mean, all these receivers get out in the open and make plays with it.
3rd and 9. Queen scrambling, looking downfield. Has a receiver on the right side, camped out on the sideline. Billy Nichols. That's Dion Dodd. My mistake. Could not haul it in. That would have been huge for the Warriors. But now it'll be 4th and 9, and they'll be forced to punt.
Yeah, 2 consecutive drops on plays that could have picked up the first down. You got to be able to help your quarterback out. He did a good job of eluding DeAndre Walker when he beat the offensive tackle coming from the inside. Looked downfield, didn't like what he saw, dropped it down to his check down on the sideline, and he ended up dropping it. Receivers got to help him out, Van Earl.
I hear you, Mr. Quarterback.
Hey, nothing like drops, man. They are really, really momentum killers.
Kenyon Houston, number 6, back deep for the Panthers. Tyler Queen, the quarterback, also the punter, rushed into that one. Houston fielded it, dropped it, recovered it. Now he's cornered, but he gets out of it with his speed. He's got some room down the left side, running down the numbers. Still on his feet and finally hauled down inside the 25-yard line. Tyler Queen with the touchdown-saving tackle. Huge return by Houston that got off to a rocky start.
Wow. I mean, you talking about Michigan, the phone booth? That's what he just did. He shook by 3-4 guys in the phone booth right there and got north and south, and you seen the speed right there. I was in amazement watching that play. He's a dynamic player back there. You see why they got him back there.
57-yard punt return. 1st and 10 on the North Cobb 25 for Isaiah Green and the Panthers. Handing it off to Demetrius Whitmore up the middle. Picks up 2 yards on 1st down, but once again, Panthers threatening, now on the doorstep of the red zone.
Yeah, they definitely have their foot on the pedal now. They feel like they got North Cobb on their heels. They got hurry-up offense. They got great field position. This could be a dagger early for North Cobb.
2nd and 8. Green, right side, through the hands of his intended receiver, and a flag is out on the play. That's Rashad Birch, number 22, the intended receiver. Let's find out what the penalty is all about. Again, Jerome King, the referee, waving it off. No violation.
Here's that punt return there. I mean, that's missed the very beginning of it, him shaking 3 guys within a yard of him. Tyler Queen there, he's just making a play, getting blocked by 2 guys there to make that play. If they somehow, some way hold him to 3 points or not even get a score, that may loom big, and Tyler Queen have a big advantage towards that.
I think they got the down wrong, DJ. Well, they do down on the field. It should be third. There we go. It is third down. 3rd and 8 for the Panthers. They had the run up the middle. They had the incompletion. No penalty on the play, so it's 3rd and 8. And the whistle blows the play dead. But I'm staying positive.
That voice is a voice of we've heard that voice before. That's not the voice we want to hear. That's the angry man coming in with the penalties.
This penalty will be enforced. It's a 5-yarder against the Warriors for lining up offside. So now 3rd and 3 for the Panthers at the 18-yard line.
And Coach Cannon talked about, I don't like kicking field goals. So this is almost 4-down territory for him.
Green with the audible at the line of scrimmage. Oh, his running back wasn't there. Busted play, but he might have still been able to pick up the first down. It will be short. Green and Whitmore getting their signals crossed. And here you go, DJ. 4th down territory, and the Warrior defense does not look ready. They caught him on their heels. That's a first down for the Panthers. And frankly, the Warriors should have been prepared for that, knowing that Coach Cannon likes to go for it on 4th down. Picked up 3 on the play, so another fresh set of downs for the Panthers. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. Here's Whitmore. And finally, the North Cobb front 3 step up. Keno Aitkins, the nose tackle. Larry Bryant and Scotty Cartledge, the 2 defensive ends. No gain on the play.
Those are the guys that's going to have to win this ball game, I believe, for North Cobb, because they're going to play a lot on the perimeter, especially Langston Hughes is trying to get that football on the outside with the quarterback or running back. They got to make a difference.
2nd and 10. Whitmore, the ball carrier, up the middle. Maybe 3 yards on first down. A 2-yard gain.
Good 2 defensive stops right here. You see Demetrius Whitmore numbered on the year. Talking about them being able to run the football with the quarterback, but he's been the key catalyst for them, especially when they want to get downhill. But a big 3rd down here for Langston Hughes. Can North Cobb come up with another big stop?
3rd and 8. Little swing pass on the wheel route to Whitmore, and he walks into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 2nd touchdown of the first quarter. Langston Hughes increases their lead 13-0 with the PAT pending.
Yeah, it's nothing but a swing route to the outside for Whitmore. He's one-on-one. He doesn't get touched until he's past the first down marker, about to walk into the end zone. It's an excellent read by Isaiah to get the football outside. Everything else is all Whitmore in the zone.
Delamora on. The PAT is good, and the Panthers looking for a little payback from their playoff loss a couple of years ago to this same North Cobb team. Another good drive capped off by the 8-yard TD toss from Green to Whitmore. Gotta have a little ambiance, you know. Gotta hear the band. Gotta have a little crowd. Keep DJ on his toes with the cool air.
All right, North Cobb. Come on, baby. 14-0. Like it.
We've mentioned that these two schools met a couple of years ago in the playoffs, and back in 2012, North Cobb led 21-14 at the half, and they went on to eliminate Langston Hughes 42-14. And after that win, North Cobb head coach Shane Queen said, "I'd hate to see these guys in a couple of years because they got a lot of young talent." And here they are.
2 years later, right?
He is proving to be prophetic, I guess.
Yeah, 2 years later, he's seeing this very talented Langston Hughes team down 14 at home right now. We're down 14 away, excuse me.
Kickoff fielded by Torian St. Romain. Gets it out to the 22-yard line. There is Shane Queen. We mentioned he's had a 60% winning percentage in his 9 years as leader at North Cobb. But really, to me, DJ, the bigger story for him is his quarterback, his son, who's in his last year of high school football. And Shane is pretty clear and open that he's going to miss having his son around.
Yeah, he spoke about that. He wishes he had more players like him, you know. So he's definitely been a key player for this North Cobb team. He's really been a leader for him on and off the field. And you just talk stat-wise, I talked about in the open about him having, the touchdown record in Cobb County. You see what he's done, 88 touchdowns. He's played some really solid football. I mean, that's a lot of touchdown passes. He's over 8,000 yards in passing yards. I mean, he's a complete package.
And you might have noticed the number 1, as the pass to Perryman is dropped by number 5. Now we got a 3rd and long for the Warriors. But you might have noticed on that touchdown leader for the state, Nick Marshall at the top.
I know. Started
his career in Athens and now returning to Athens.
And Tyler Queen just so happened to be going to the same place where Nick Marshall is right now. He's an Auburn commit that we talked about earlier. So Auburn's going to get a pretty good football player in Tyler Queen.
Right now it's not really going the way of Queen and the Warriors. A 3rd and 9. Let's see if they can convert. Over the middle pass. Another drop, this time by Billy Nichols. These North Cobb receivers are not doing their star quarterback any favors at all so far in the first period.
Last 2 series, man, there are 4 drops. And all these drops have been for first downs. So that means these drives will continue. And they're definitely hurting themselves right now. They're definitely not helping Tyler Queen right now. And he's the guy we saw out here throwing with him before the game started. We was out here a couple hours before the game started. Tyler's out here with some of his receivers throwing. One of his main characters right there. Drops the football for a first down.
Billy Nichols, and here's Queen to punt it away. Kenyon Houston will let it hit the ground, and this time will stay away from it. And it'll be marked dead at the 42-yard line of Langston Hughes, where they will take over and try to build on their already 2-touchdown lead. And we still got more than 3.5 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, I'm sure Tyler Quinn wish he could play defense right now, but
yeah, he'd like to hit somebody.
Yeah, but this defense can't stop this Langston Hughes offense. Isaiah Green looks like a senior right now. The way he's playing football, he's poised, he's running the football, he's throwing it, making good decisions.
Here we go, 1st and 10. Hand off to Defunda McCrary. Known more for his blocking, but getting his 62nd carry of the season and picks up a yard, and there are the numbers for McCrary.
Yeah, Defunda McCrary, good job by him, but an even better job by Chandler Wu, number 17 for North Cobb, setting the edge right there so he couldn't get outside.
2nd and 9. Another inside handoff. Going to mark it at the 45. Again, McCrary, the ball carrier.
Yeah, Cale Reed, the linebacker, in on that play, setting it, not even setting the edge. He's filling his gap, making a good play on that, bringing up a 3rd down for Langston Hughes. North Cobb's got to get off the field, man.
3rd and long to see if the North Cobb defense can step up as Green Throws it to the left side for Trevon Reese, but the pass was way too low. And for the first time in this ball game, Langston Hughes will have to kick it away as the North Cobb defense stepped up for the first time.
Yeah, you see he came to the sideline. Coach told him to step into it. He already stepped into that football. Just tried to sling it out there. Maybe it's a little cold. You know, he got to find a way to get himself warm and deliver that football. But on the other note, for North Cobb, that's better. That's a good stop for them, getting the 3 and out, giving it back to Tyler Queen. Maybe this offense can come around. Maybe he went to the sideline, talked to his receivers, and said, just concentrate a little bit. Everybody's cold. Just make it happen.
Langston Hughes has Justin Johnson to kick it away, just his 7th punt of the season. Oh, and that might be a little interference on the cover team, but no flag thrown. Looked like he did not give the return man, Bryce Perryman, any chance to make the catch, yet Perryman still was able to hold on to that football.
Yeah, the coaches in orange were going crazy. They were going bonkers over there on that sideline because it looked bang, bang. And if it's bang, bang like that, I mean, I think he deserves that penalty. And you got to give him at least a yard to catch the football. He actually caught him in air.
Right.
Like as he was catching in air, he was getting tackled. That's not giving him any space to catch the football. You see Coach Queen out to the numbers. He wants to get an explanation.
Timeout, timeout called by Coach Queen. Maybe he wants to have a little discussion.
Oh, yeah, he wants to look at it.
And he knows the referee, Jerome King. Jerome King needs to hear a few words from Coach Queen. Here, let's look at it again, see how much space the cover man gave to Perryman, and that was a simultaneous occurrence of events.
Simultaneous means a penalty.
Right.
You got to give him a chance to catch the football, and I think Coach Queen has a good bargain over there to say, hey, I should get a 15-yarder for that.
He certainly wants Jerome King to remember that throughout the game. So it'll be 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line for Tyler Queen and the Warrior offense. Cold night in Fairburn, Georgia.
Tyler has to take it upon himself. We talked to Coach Queen early in the week, and he said Tyler's had to work around 5 different skill players playing around him. He's done a good job of rallying them.
Oh, my goodness, yet another drop pass, this one by Jordan McCray. These are players that Coach Queen told us, DJ, are his key performers. And they are not performing right now.
Yeah, and these are all the guys that he's used to throwing to. They got to find a way, man. I mean, it's cold for everybody on the field. If they're going to blame it on the cold weather and the hands or whatever it is, you got to get over that real quickly or you're going to find yourself at home.
Back to the ground game. Queen keeps it on the read option, but drop for a loss. There's DeAndre Walker with his first calling card of the night. A loss of 4 on the play. He helped out on the tackle by Kevin Holt.
If there's one person who's Langston Hughes defense is going to know where he's at, it's Tyler Queen. So I wouldn't be surprised if they hit him every single time he hands it off or he pulls it. They're going to find somebody's going to have an eye on him.
Here we go, another 3rd and long situation for the Warriors. 3rd and 14. Queen, right side. Again, incomplete, but that time well defended by Kenyon Houston. Interrupted the pass intended for Jordan McCray, all 6'5" of number 12.
Yeah, we talk about Kenyon Houston. You see him right there, that number right there, the INT leads the state. 10 INT. You saw how he broke on that football. That's an outstanding play. I don't think they want to give him a chance to run this football back again. But also Langston Hughes, the last 2 times I've seen a punt, they've gone after it. They're trying to be a little extra here. Kenyon Houston on the back end, he's had 3 games of multiple interceptions.
And there you see the big rush by the return team at the Panthers, and Houston again is on the move. A flag comes out. Houston's speed gets him out to the left sideline. He will walk into the end zone, but there is a flag on the play, and usually when there's a flag on a kick return, it means it's coming back. We'll see. But how about the speed displayed by number 6
Come on,
in
man.
green and black?
Come on, man.
Mercy.
They're going to have to find a way now to kick to him. I mean, this is 2 back-to-back times. You got a holding call that's going to bring that ball back, but, I mean, that's highlight reel written all over.
It sure is.
You can't kick him the football. You got to squib it. You got to find a way to kick it high.
But you had a really good point, DJ, because they are rushing Tyler Queen when he's back there to punt, and he's just lucky to get it off right now.
You're right about that. So he's forcing it down there. So maybe his punt unit is not down there yet before he gets the ball off. So open up huge lanes for him to run through. And he always makes 2 or 3 guys miss. Right here, you got 4 guys in the vicinity, and nobody can make a play on him. But this is the move here. And then the speed to outrun everybody to the corner. Goodness gracious.
All right, so the penalty negates the return for a score. Langston Hughes takes over at their own 41-yard line. Another whistle blows another play dead. Offside whistled against North Cobb. The Warriors are not looking like they're ready to play here in the final 2 minutes of the first quarter.
Yeah, they got the smallest things hurting themselves. 2 offside penalties. They got 5 drops already. The small things are what's beating North Cobb right now. Langston Hughes doing a good job, but they're self-destructing on their own.
1st and 5. Ground game. Whitmore, the ball carrier. Picks up 2. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Because of the offside penalty, you're already in a second and manageable situation. So you got your whole playbook afforded to you to do whatever you like.
1:40 to go in the first quarter. Whitmore makes it a positive run, gets it across midfield all the way down to the 49-yard line of North Cobb. Picks up 4 on the play.
3rd and a short. This is where they go QB sneak majority of the time to pick up this first down. Looks like they're going to measure it to see because it's so close.
The first down stick is just inside the 49-yard line. So they might be a few inches short. Eyeballing it, but I need to check my eye prescription, so don't rely on. Oh, I was correct. They are just a little bit short.
Well,
but it's 3rd and 1.
That may be the first time you've been corrected in your
Stop it.
entire life, so that's a win for you right there, I tell you, buddy.
There? Head coach Shane Queen. Trying and hoping his players can wake up a little bit. It's 3rd and 1. Let's see if Green sneaks it again. And the second push gets him the first down. Panthers will retain the football and pick up a fresh set of downs in the process.
We got to be honest. This first quarter been totally dominated by Langston Hughes.
Totally.
North Cobb, I feel like they're still on the bus right now, dropping passes, penalties, stuff that's so uncharacteristic of a Coach Queen type of team because we've seen them before. We haven't seen them make these type of mistakes. North Cobb's going to have to wake up.
1st and 10 for the Panthers. Green scrambling to his left and taken down. Big play by Chandler Wooten, an outside linebacker, sophomore for the Warriors. That's the kind of play that can get a football team going. A loss of 8 on the play.
Yeah, he's their leading tackler. He's only a sophomore, but he's their leading tackler. Coach says he has Division I caliber talent. See what he's done on the season. Add another one to that sack total. But they needed a play like that. They need negative yardage plays by Langston Hughes to get themselves going.
Little screen pass complete to Whitmore. He's got some room. He's got some blockers, and finally taken down from behind. High Bishop Gray, but a flag for possible holding will once again negate the second straight big play for the Panthers.
Renner, I couldn't see who got it, but I knew the one player who can make the tackle, he was the one with the holding penalty.
He was the one being held, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, we have reached the end of the first quarter. All Panthers so far as they continue to seek a little redemption from a playoff loss to this same North Cobb High School 2 years ago. Through one quarter of the postseason, Langston Hughes leads at 14-0 on WSBTV.com.
I think they may, yeah, they're running another play, yeah. Well, because of the penalty, they get to run one more play before the quarter's over. So it's a one untimed down you got here. So they're going to run one more play before the end of the first quarter. Yeah. And then they brought them back out.
Second and so due to the penalty at the end of the first quarter, Langston Hughes got an extra play untimed. It was a quarterback draw. Picked up about 5 yards, but it's still going to be a long way to go for the first down, and now they're going to switch ends of the field. One bonus play. You didn't miss much. I can assure you of that.
Well, man, like we just mentioned, that first quarter was dominated by Langston Hughes. They did everything they wanted to do, offense, defense. Didn't give much to Tyler Queen, but also Tyler Queen did his job. I thought he got the ball out of his hand, tried to make some plays, but unfortunate, his receivers dropped 4 passes on consecutive drives that could have picked up first down. So North Cobb has a new quarter to try to wake up and say, hey, all right, we got a ball game. This is a different Langston Hughes team than we saw 2 years ago that we were able to beat up on pretty good.
So it'll be 3rd and 22 for the Panthers. And don't forget about that big sack made by Chandler Wooten. Green picked off this time. Gilbert Blow still on his feet, showing his speed. Gilbert Blow going to the end zone. Touchdown, North Cobb. No flags.
There is the young mistake made right there by Isaiah Green. Just talked about the first quarter dominated by Langston Hughes. North Cobb comes out. First play of the second quarter, wakes up, finds their tempo and say, hey, we're going to get some points. Good interception. Forced football by Isaiah Green. North Cobb has a pulse now, man, Earl.
Second interception of the year for number 23 in white and orange. Gilbert Blow, a junior quarterback. He wakes up the Warriors, as DJ mentioned, puts them on the board for the first score of the night and their first playoff game of 2014. The kick is good. It's a 14-7 ball game. Just 12 seconds into the second quarter. Now we're talking. The line of scrimmage was? So it was a 42-yard. Okay. Can we find 23? There he is. No, that's not him.
30.
Yeah, you are. It's kind of hard when they don't help you on the scoreboard, David.
15, Ben. Ben, 15.
There he is, 23.
There you go, Scotty. 15, Ben. That's what I'm talking about. Get me right.
Number 23 has injected a new life into the Warrior football team with his 42-yard interception return for a score. The Warriors are on the board thanks to the efforts of Gilbert Blow.
They needed a pulse, and they got it, Vanderone. That's exactly what they needed. They probably offensively weren't getting much going. Defense had to make a play.
There you go.
And guess what? My man made a play. Gilbert Blow, gotta like it.
Will Horton, a sophomore, with the kickoff for North Cobb, but he knocks it out of bounds just beyond the 20-yard line.
Man, he probably could have just let that run out of bounds and picked up 15 more yards. But
I thought it was out of bounds.
No, he grabbed it right before it went out of bounds.
That was a mistake by Langston Hughes.
Yeah, going back to his interception here. Forced the football, but it just got away from him. You can see he tried to force it into Houston, but the run after the catch is what's really exciting. He showed the speed right there. My man Gilbert Blow taking it to the end zone, providing a spark for a North Cobb team that had nothing in that first quarter.
Did not go out of bounds, so no penalty on the kickoff. 1st and 10 from their own 20. Green keeps it himself. Gets it out to the 25-yard line for a gain of 5.
I like the call, good conservative call there to kind of settle Isaiah Green back down after the interception. But this is the playoffs. They gotta let him grow up a little bit here. Made a mistake, got to come back and respond.
Isaiah Green, just a sophomore. Oh, in and out of the hands of Montavious Atkinson. And now the dropping disease has shifted from North Cobb to Langston Hughes.
Yeah, Coach Cannon talked about Montavious Atkinson and talked about we love the matchup of him versus anybody, corner, safety, linebacker, because of his speed, because of his size. They like what he can do once he get open space. But like you said, the dropsies have jumped onto Langston Hughes' side now.
3rd and 5. Green looking left. And another pickoff, and again a second interception by Gilbert Blow, and he'll take it to the house. Gilbert Blow, oh my, 25-yard interception return for his second score of the night.
Okay, Gilbert Blow, be the MVP then. Show up and make it count, baby. That's what I like. I like excitement, and Gilbert Blow is bringing it to his team. But you know what? This is not on Isaiah Green. This interception is not on him. His receiver stopped on the route. He tried to run a little 5-yard in cut, and his receiver stopped. Isaiah, not on you, buddy.
Will Horton with the successful PAT. We are tied at 14 apiece after 2 picks, 6s, 4. Gilbert Blow, a total of 67 yards on the returns. I know, I'm like, that doesn't sound right.
Student section woke up over there in North Cobb. Got the band.
It must be whatever side of the field you're going. Langston Hughes, they were all fired up when they were going left to right on your screen. Now North Cobb's going left to right on your screen, and they've got 2 quick scores.
You see Coach trying to talk to his offense saying, hey, we got to settle down. We got everything we want. And you can see this game changed in a matter of moments. It looked all Langston Hughes. We were saying how good Langston Hughes was in that first quarter. And now we got a tied-up ball game, and it's for anybody. North Cobb's sideline is feeling good. They're back in it now. Cold weather is not striking them anymore.
It's not cold anymore, that's for sure. A little more than an hour's drive for North Cobb to make it down here to Fairburn, Georgia. And right now, they're very glad that they have made the trip. Horton with another pooch kick. Down to the 23. Fielded by Jalen Turner. He's still on his feet as he gets it out to midfield. All kinds of performances on display here in the first round of the playoffs.
Big return for Jalen Turner. Big momentum swing here for Langston Hughes with great field position. Going back to this again, you're going to see the outside receiver stops on his route. Houston, look, you see that? He stops on his route instead of continue to come. Gilbert Blow continues on his trek. Right now, MVP of the ball game right now.
Yes, he is.
2 picks, 6 interceptions. Wow.
But good field position here for the Panthers. 1st and 10 from the 50. Handoff to Whitmore, right side. He's got some space. Plenty of space to show his speed. Whitmore on the move all the way down to the 21-yard line. But here comes another flag right at the line of scrimmage. You got to believe it's going to be coming back.
Yeah, you got 2 of them. 2 of them threw it, so they both saw it. I mean, hey, now we talked about how North Cobb shot themselves in the foot in the first quarter. Now Langston Hughes is doing all the things against them to hurt themselves with the penalties and the turnovers. It's been a complete flip of the ball game now. 3
big runs, 3 big gains by Langston Hughes have been negated by penalties, including a kick return for a touchdown by Kenyon Houston.
Absolutely. North Cobb was the team hurting herself. Now Langston Hughes can't get out their own way now. A little adversity now for this Langston Hughes team. They've seen some early in the year, but not as much lately. North Cobb is kind of feeling good about themselves. Confidence is definitely risen for them.
Warriors came in with a 3-game winning streak. 1st and 21. Green, this time complete to Houston. And corralled.
You can see the name of the game. Get them the football in open space and see what happens. That's all Langston Hughes wants to do because they got playmakers galore on the outside. Isaiah Green, get it to your guys, make a play with it. Houston, anytime he touches it, he's a threat to go all the way.
2nd and 14 for the Panthers. Screen pass, complete, but also read very well. That's High Bishop Gray, a senior inside linebacker for the Warriors.
Yeah, Coach talks about his unique
system. Is it Jay or High?
I think it's Jay.
We're going to go with Jay?
Jay Bishop Gray does a good job of running to the football. Coach says as the season progressed, he's gotten better, but he just showed you how smart he is on that play. He saw the screen, fielded it out, and then when he made the play on it. Great job of him on the inside linebacker, being a guy not being able to get blocked and make that play.
Now 41 tackles on the season for number 10 in White. 3rd and 14. Green over the middle, complete, short of the first down. That's complete to Montavious Atkinson. He's had one of their drops. Picks up 11 yards, but still going to be about 1.5 yards short of the first down. And this time, Coach Cannon has decided to kick it away.
Yeah, here it is. I mean, I think you got to kick it away. Even if you try a fake punt, I don't like it right here. You kick it away, push them all the way back. Your defense has played pretty good for the majority of the first quarter. But if they stop you here, can you think about the momentum that North Cobb have,
right.
The excitement? So I think this is a good call to punt it away.
Keep an eye on this snap. Montavious Atkinson, the long snapper, but he was shaken up on the last play, and he's still walking gingerly on the left ankle. And a timeout has been called by Coach Cannon, their first of the half. Let's talk about how both of these clubs made it into the playoffs. Langston Hughes finishing second in Region 3 of Class 6A. They also had some big wins to start their year, wins over Mays and defending state champion Creekside, but suffered some tough losses to Grayson and Westlake. They won their last two, and they go in as the second seed from Region 3.
Yeah, surprising loss to Westlake. They really thought it. But you see here, North Cobb's on the other end. They play in a tough region with McEachern and Hillgrove. We've seen McEachern a couple times this year, saw North Paulding. So North Cobb has done a good job of establishing themselves in this region, been a prominent figure in it for a few years now.
Biggest win of the year for North Cobb was early on against North Gwinnett on their field. Here we go, 4th and 1. They changed their mind. Isaiah Green with the read option picks up the first down, no problem. Willie Cannon, the head coach for Langston Hughes, changed his mind, called timeout, and it paid off as Green gets him the first down with a run of 6 yards.
It paid off, but they had that play smelled out right there. I mean, they could have easily stopped them for the game, but a good job of Isaiah Green on the second effort to get the first down.
1st and 10 now from the 33-yard line of North Cobb as Langston Hughes tries to recapture the momentum. Hand off to Whitmore up the middle, inside the 30-yard line, and Whitmore shaking up a little bit. Another look at Willie Cannon. First 3 years here, in the first 3 years of the school for Langston Hughes, he had a record of 7-22. Last 3 years, a record of 28-6, 82% winning percentage for Coach Cannon. That's turning around a program right there.
Yeah, that's turning it around. That's you finally get some guys in here that buy into your system, understand what you want to do as a coach, and then taking it from the film room all the way into the classroom and all the way into the field. And I think they've done that now. We had a penalty on first down, backing them up, legal procedure on the offense. So you got to stay behind the chains after picking up a big first down and being good.
1st and 15 for the Panthers now after the penalty. Green, quarterback draw. Up the middle, picks up maybe 6 or 7.
Well, Cobb this second quarter has been dominated by them early. But right now, Langston Hughes is starting to get the field back. They're starting to grasp the things they can do offensively. You haven't seen, since the 2 interceptions, you haven't seen Isaiah Green really throw the football down the field, so they're trying to protect him a little bit here. Well, eventually he's going to have to make a throw.
Here's Whitmore again to the 31-yard line. Well, you mentioned a few minutes ago, DJ, that Coach Cannon trying to calm down his offense,
right.
And it looks like they are trying to do that. They're in a tie ball game. They've had a lot of success, so no need to press it too much.
And here's the thing: you got a third down. He's going to have to force this football down the field unless they're thinking, hey, it's 4-down territory, pick up 3 or 4 yards and make it a easier 4th down.
3rd and 8 and Green to throw. Just threw it away that time.
And well, what do you do versus a kind of inexperienced quarterback, a sophomore who should probably be playing JV right now? You bring a cover 0 blitz, you bring everybody at him, force him to think quicker than he wants to, and you see Isaiah just threw that football away. He had one-on-one coverage all the way across the board, but North Cobb also brought a little bit more pressure than Langston Hughes was ready for.
So it'll be a 4th and 8, and the Panthers are lined up to go for it because they're in no man's land.
This is usually screen time. Every time they had a big down, they went screen or draw some type of way. Isaiah's got to throw it down the field.
Looking across the middle, caught. That's Birch, and he picks up the first down. Nice, accurate throw by Green, and Birch made the catch, a gain of 17 to extend the drive for the Panthers.
Not sure what coverage North Cobb was in, but they have blown coverage, and they're coming after him again. You can see it now. All 11 guys up at the line of scrimmage, they're coming after him.
Now at the 13-yard line, 1st and 10. Whitmore the ball carrier, but good stand that time J. Bishop Gray leading the way with the stop, a loss of 1 on first down.
As you can see here, nice simple read here. Nobody over the middle. Blown coverage, backside linebacker trying to get there, but a good job of Isaiah just sitting there and delivering a strike on fourth down. Doesn't look phased, look poised in the pocket. Kid might be growing up in front of our eyes here tonight in the first round.
Less than 6 to go in the second quarter. 2nd and 11. Green pulls it out, takes it himself, still on his feet, and finally wrestled down by Cale Reed. But that is at the 7-yard line. The Panthers on the move, a gain of 8 yards on the play. But we've got another flag, it appears. Yes, we do, far side of the field.
Wow, you got a sideline warning on North Cobb.
A warning or an infraction? I mean, the flag came out. They usually give a warning the first time. Yeah, it looks like it's just going to be a warning. 13th play coming your way for this drive for Langston Hughes. They've had some stumbles on this drive, but they've also had some big plays.
This is a big-time response for Langston Hughes. I mean, just to hold on to this football for this long, you said 13th play, this is a huge response for them.
3rd down, trying to push the pile into the end zone. Linesman comes in, they're going to mark it at the 2-yard line. Whitmore, the ball carrier, and shaken up. Right now it stands as a gain of 5, but Whitmore took some beating on that run. Whitmore just 5'11", but he is 190 pounds. And he remains in the game. So here we go. 1st and goal. 1st and goal for the Panthers. There's Whitmore again, and banged up, but still able to pick up a yard maybe. Larry Bryant with the takedown.
You see now Langston Hughes is bringing in their jumbo package, usually bringing in a much heavier set of group of guys, running backs, linemen, and maybe extra linemen here or there. But they're bringing in some beef, and you got to think they're going to pound it right here with a yard to go to get in the end zone. But you know it's 4-down territory for them.
Approaching the 4.5-minute mark of the second quarter. 2nd and goal for the Panthers. Whitmore walks into the end zone, 20-14. Langston Hughes. Whitmore heading to the sideline to take a breather. He got beat up on that drive.
Well, I think it's all worth it to take the lead right now. This is the playoffs. Everybody's going to be a little nicked up. Everybody's just got something's going to hurt. But at the end of the day, if you get a win, all of that goes away.
You got to believe his head coach, Willie Cannon, had some words of praise for his efforts on that drive. That's Whitmore's 3rd touchdown of the game. 2 on the ground, 1 through the air. Delamore's kick after, not the prettiest, but still efficient. 21-14. Langston Hughes, after a 15-play drive that took just under 6 minutes. They lead it 21-14.
Yep. Yep. GL is good. GL is good. What happened?
.421 remains in the second quarter. We got a good first round playoff football game on a cold November night. There's Demetrius Whitmore carrying the brunt of the load on the third touchdown drive of the night for the Panthers. And thanks to the 2 pick sixes, it has been 28 consecutive offensive plays for the Panthers that they've been out there on that football field. So let's see if the Warriors offense has been able to stay warm over there on the sidelines as they get set to take the field after this kickoff. Little pooch kick fielded at the 29 and immediately taken down.
Leonard, I talked about how Langston Hughes, that was a huge response after the 2 interceptions to get them back in the game. North Cobb has all the momentum after that, tying it back up, and Langston Hughes just settles down. They run the football, pick up some key first downs, drive the football the length of the field, and score. Gives the momentum right back to him. Can North Cobb's offense finally show up? It's not Tyler Queen's fault. His receivers dropped 4 or 5 passes. They haven't been able to get the run game going. His offense has kind of been non-existent, and it's 4 minutes to go in this ball game, and this offense that's used to scoring a lot of points.
Tyler Queen joined in the backfield by Bryce Perryman, and that's who has the football on first down. But again, not much space on the running game as Coach Queen sticks to the interior line for the running game. A gain of just 1 yard on first down.
Right now, the defensive front is just winning the battle up front in the trenches between North Cobb's offensive line and Langston Hughes' defensive line.
2nd and 8. Fake to Deion Dodd, and Queen's got a receiver down the left side. That's McCray, but he overthrows number 12.
They had what they wanted on both sides of the field. Both receivers were wide open. Tyler has to give him a little bit of air. Let him run under. When he's that open, you gotta give him some air and let him run under and go get it. I mean, he's gonna see that in his sleep tonight, but great play action, good job of throwing the football. Just got to give it a little bit more air, let him run under it, and you got to wonder. I don't think he's 100%. You know, we talked about the broken leg, so he's not 100%, and maybe doesn't have all the juice that Tyler thinks he probably would have had if he didn't have it.
3rd and 8 now for the Warriors. Pass over to McCray, out of bounds, even though the 6'5" receiver was able to hold on to it. Defended well by Kenyon Houston.
Wonder if you got a roughing the passer penalty here.
It is in the backfield.
Yep.
And that's what it looks like, a personal foul. The early indication given by referee Jerome King.
Langston Hughes bailing North Cobb out right there. They were off the field on 3rd down, forced a low percentage throw, I should say, there to the outside, bailing them out. Now you got a first down, clean set of downs for North Cobb.
They're marking off the yards of the personal foul penalty. And Willie Cannon expressing his frustration. I'm not sure if he's talking to his players or the referees or both. But it'll move the line of scrimmage out to the 47-yard line. And as DJ mentioned, a fresh set of downs for Tyler Queen and the Warriors of North Cobb. Less than 3.5 to go in the second period. Queen keeps it himself. He's got some room, and he gets it down to the 45-yard line. A good pickup of 8 yards on first down.
Biggest hole, biggest open yardage we've seen Tyler run the football. And you see North Cobb getting up and going there. 3 minutes to go for a half.
Quick throw left side. That's Devin Granville, the kid who's been recovering from a broken leg and returning to action tonight. A gain of 4 on the wide receiver screen on the left side.
North Cobb finally getting some rhythm now, finally moving the football down the field a little bit. You see around there stretching it out a little bit. You see maybe a little stiff.
And really not in top shape either because he hadn't been able to stay in shape.
Very true.
1st and 10 for the Warriors, trying to get on the board and even up the score before halftime. Bryce Perryman, nowhere to go, no gain on first down.
I think North Cobb has to go back to that deep ball. I mean, I don't know if Tyler saw the bottom receiver as well, but he had both guys running scot-free down the sideline. Either one of them could have been a touchdown. They got to let him throw it down the field.
2nd and 10. Queen looking downfield over the middle and in and out of the hands, and the 6th drop of the night. Wow. And the 2nd for Billy Nichols.
Wow, I mean, I have no idea. I have no idea why they would be dropping this many passes. Nobody's around them. There's no footsteps. They got to help the quarterback out because now they're in the 3rd and long. If he catches that, at least he picks up 5 yards and make it an easier 3rd down. They got to help Tyler out here.
Tyler Queen, the longtime Auburn commit. Sending Perryman in motion. Throwing it to Perryman, trying to hide him. But DeAndre Walker and company, they're on the scene to snuff out that play. And kind of in an in-between zone, but with 2 minutes left in the 2nd quarter and the clock still running, Coach Shane Queen's going to ask his son to kick it away again.
I think they're going to go for this, man.
You think?
I think they're going to go for this, man. I just got to feel like they haven't had enough offensive plays or possessions in this game. They got to try. You're going to think about it at least now.
And a timeout called by head coach Shane Queen to think about it and come up with a good play with 1:40 left in the 2nd quarter. I tell you, I'm with you there, DJ. Totally baffled by all these drops. Yeah, I got it at 6 for the night.
You mentioned before that last drive, before North Cobb got the ball back, Langston Hughes had 26 plays before North Cobb even got the football. Coach Queen has to feel like we haven't even had the ball here in this 2nd quarter, and I know he wants to get this football at least close enough to get field goal range or try to tie this football game up, but they got to have their best play here. But better yet, they just got to catch the football. We've seen them been open all night, but they haven't caught the football.
Got to get it, though, to about the 27-yard line to give his kicker, Will Horton, a chance. Coach Queen told us they thought his range was maybe maxed out at 42 yards.
I'm sure they're not thinking field goal right now. I know Tyler Queen's not thinking field goal. He wants to get this football down the field. Looks like Langston Hughes is going to play some type of zone now.
4th and 7. Queen to throw. Steps up. Keeps his eyes downfield. Goes to his check down receiver. That is Billy Nichols, and he holds on this time, and it'll be enough for 1st down. Number 11 finally comes through after 2 consecutive drops earlier in the game.
Hey, when you come through, I don't care. He said, I don't care when it is, you come through for me, and big catch on 4th down, being a security blanket on the sideline for his quarterback. Continues this drive, a minute 30 to go. Plenty of time for North Cobb to get the ball in the end zone.
1st and 10 at the Langston Hughes 30 for the Warriors. Hands it off to Perryman on the option read. But you got to be impressed that Queen goes back to number 11 after those 2 drops, still believing in his receiver.
I think you got to. As a quarterback, you got to continue that confidence. You got to keep throwing it, force him to catch that football. He put that ball right in his chest and said, you're going to catch this football whether you like it or not.
The drive is still alive. Here comes play number 11. Queen looking to his right. A flag comes out. Queen going downfield. Pass was deflected and falls to the ground. But let's see what the flag is all about. Could be in the area of holding. Illegal procedure. Usually it blows the play dead. They couldn't blow the whistle fast enough. The P in the whistle must have been frozen.
You know what? I saw what they did on that play. They went 3-by-1 into the short side of the field and isolated. On the backside, they isolated Devin Granville by himself. I wonder if they're going to like that matchup and try to get him the football on just a go route. Now they go back to the more traditional 2-by-2 formation here.
So I believe the penalty was declined, resulting in 3rd down, 3rd and 8 for the Warriors. Queen over the middle, caught. Caught by Bryce Perryman coming out of the backfield. And he picks up a first down in the process. A gain of 10 on that play. A clutch play by both Queen and Perryman.
Yeah, man, you hit that right on the head. I'm not sure how he caught that football. That was an outstanding catch in traffic. I thought the defender was going to knock that football down, but a great catch there.
1st and 10 at the 19 for the Warriors. Seconds remain in the first half. Queen battling the clock and staying alive and avoiding the sack from DeAndre Walker. And there goes Queen to the end zone, back in the end zone, and it might have been picked off. No, it was knocked down. Wow, what a wild play as the leading player for sacks in the state of Georgia had Queen in his sights, but Tyler able to stay on his feet.
Well, here, DeAndre Walker is 6'4". It says 210. He's a lot bigger than that. But Tyler Queen is almost 230, so he's battling a guy who's almost his same size. You can see he comes up with it and almost catches it. So we got an interception and a possible touchdown catch all in one.
That's right.
I mean, that's a great job of getting away from DeAndre Walker. How he did that is quite amazing on his own. And be able to get that football off, thrown off his back foot, it's an outstanding play.
Credit Kenyon Houston for the coverage. Here's the throw, complete to Render. Check that, that's Torian St. Romain. A gain of 9. And a timeout is called by head coach Shane Queen.
North Cobb, yeah, that's their last timeout, I believe it is.
It is their last timeout.
That's their last timeout of the half at least. With 10 seconds to go. You got to believe they're about the 11-yard line. They got to take a shot towards the end zone.
That's all they got time for, really.
Well, not really, Benno. You think about this now. You're on 11, a play towards the sideline. You go take a play towards the sideline, pick up the first down, leave you about 7, 8 seconds on the clock. Then you take a shot to the end zone, and then you get a chance to possibly tie it back up. So you got time to get another play off, pick up the first down, get out of bounds, and possibly throw it toward the end zone.
But you got to go something wide receiver screen to get out of bounds, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can go wide receiver screen, or you can isolate Granville like we talked about, throw a little out route to the sideline to get it out of bounds. There's always corner routes. Any out-breaking route towards the sideline is good.
Kind of sneaky play they ran earlier. They sent Perryman in motion, and he camped out right on the sideline.
Yep.
And he made that catch and was able to gain positive yards on that play.
Can't throw anything in the middle of the field unless it's in the end zone.
Number 12 is Jordan McCray, and he's 6'5" tall. Queen, quick release, right side. He's got McCray, touchdown, North Cobb. McCray wide open on the slant pattern. It's a 1-point ball game with 1 second on the clock.
It's kind of similar to what I said. Isolate Granville on the backside, throw him a skinny post on the backside and deliver it. I mean, you're talking about Tyler Queen stepping up in a big moment. That was a huge drive, not only by him, but some of his teammates making key catches on 4th down. Big drive by North Cobb right here before the half.
Kick after is good, and we are tied at 21. 2 back-to-back 15-play drives, one from each team. This second one by North Cobb took 4 minutes and 12 seconds and went a total of 70 yards, capped off by an 11-yard TD toss from Queen to Jordan McCray. And the clock has been restored. 5 seconds remain in the first half.
Nothing but a skinny post on the backside. He beats the corner, good inside leverage. Safety doesn't get over there in time. Tyler Queen with an accurate pass. It's kind of hard to stop when it works that good.
Really nice throw.
Very nice throw. Very nice throw. And you can see the next level potential for Tyler Queen. You can see why he's going to Auburn. He can throw the football. He's physical in the run game. And that's all type of stuff that Auburn does with their offense. Their quarterback is asked to run the football. Their quarterback is asked to run the offense. And also, you got to be able to throw it around.
Right.
And he can definitely do that with the best of them.
On that drive, he was scrambling around. He avoided the sack from DeAndre Walker, the Army All-American, and he spotted Billy Nichols on the back step of the end zone.
Can't teach that.
No.
That's just stuff you can't teach. That's just athleticism. That's just instinct for the game. Those things like that, you can't teach. Those things you can't go out and work on. You just got to – some guys have it. You got to be able to feel it and go out and do it. Tyler Queen is one of those type of players.
How many times do we hear every weekend the quarterback is not keeping his eyes downfield to keep his options open?
No doubt about it.
Boy, he's really shown really strong ability of doing that. And
a guy with 48 starts, he's seen it all.
Yeah.
I mean, he's experienced enough to know I can still throw the football down the field after I break a tackle.
kickoff is fielded and still on his feet. Number 12, Jalen Turner, he's still on his feet and finally taken down at the 40-yard line for the last play of the first half. But what an outstanding half of football it's been for this first-round playoff game. 2 years ago, North Cobb led it 21-14 at half and went on to a first-round 42-14 victory. But now it's tied at 21 at halftime of this first-round playoff victory. Both of these clubs trying to make it to the second round of the playoffs for a third straight year. Never been done in Langston Hughes history, but they've only been around for 6 years. Never been done in North Cobb's history. They've been around since 1958.
I'm not sure what to expect from the second half. I'm excited about the first half. First half was electric. Whatever happens in the second half is going to be just as good as the first half. I'm all in for it. Both teams show some resilience. Langston Hughes came out in the first quarter, dominated. North Cobb came back. It's going to be exciting how this game ends. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Absolutely. And we got a lot coming your way at halftime as well. Our usual recruiting roundup, plus performances from both high school bands. By the way, where's your scarf, man? You're not rocking the scarf.
You didn't tell me he was rocking the scarf tonight, man.
Stick and stay. Halftime on the way on WSBTV.com. back at Cannon Field, Langston Hughes High School, south of the city. Fairburn, Georgia is the town, and we got a good first-round playoff game. DJ, it all started out with the home team looking to answer the last time these two teams met in the playoffs, which was 2 years ago, and they came out on fire.
They did, and it started with Isaiah Green, the sophomore. Big run here on an opening series. Didn't expect to see him run too much, but he absolutely showed up and set up a big opening touchdown run right here by Whitmore.
Demetrius Whitmore with all of the Langston Hughes touchdowns, but not all of their big plays. This was a punt return by Kenyon Houston that he originally fumbled, as you saw, but then he turned on the Jets and was finally taken down by the punter, Tyler Queen. That set up an 8-yard touchdown pass out of the backfield to Whitmore, and it was quickly 14-0 Langston Hughes. But then Gilbert Blow took over.
2 pick interceptions you're going to see here. That one was forced by Isaiah Green. He does the rest, using his speed, taking it to the house. But you're going to see on the next interception here on the highlight, his outside receiver, Kenyon Houston, stops on the route. And you see Mr. Blow, he does not, and makes another huge run to pick up back-to-back series interceptions.
And then at the very end of the half, Tyler Queen to Jordan McCray, and that tied the score at 21 apiece. Really some impressive drives, and overall, both teams played impressively. North Cobb got off to a bad start, but they answered impressively.
They did it. It all started with Tyler Queen, their senior quarterback, a guy who doesn't want to go home right now. First round of the playoffs, everybody's excited. Langston Hughes, like you said, came out really strong.
Right.
North Cobb responded. Now we're tied at 21. Second half, whoever comes out in this third quarter and really feels out the other and says, hey, we got to finish it in the third quarter, not the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter is going to be tough, but you get there, you got a good chance to win the ball game.
As they say, offense can win a few football games, but defense will win you championships, and really the stronger defense is Langston Hughes. And let's see if they can step up and really get to Tyler Queen, because he was able to stay alive and on his feet despite some rush.
Yeah, DeAndre Walker, he has to get to him. He had a chance to get to him earlier in the second quarter, and he kind of just rubbed him off. I mean, Tyler Queen's 230 pounds, so right. He definitely was the more athletic guy on that play. But defenses are going to have to win this football game. Which defense steps up and doesn't allow the other offense to just walk down the field and put up points, they're going to be the difference in this ball game.
Well, thanks to those 2 pick sixes by cornerback Gilbert Blow, that's certainly plenty enough right now for the North Cobb defense to answer all the praise and publicity that the Langston Hughes defense has received throughout this football season. Langston Hughes came in as the number 2 seed from their region, Region 3 of Class 6A. North Cobb came in as the number 3 seed from the very tough Region 4 of Class 6A. The winner of this playoff game will take on the winner of Northview and Milton. Milton's a number 1 seed. But that's next week. We still got a quality half of football tonight, and it'll get started by Will Horton kicking it off for North Cobb. Another pooch kick fielded at the 30, and he almost had some running room, but finally taken down by Jay Bishop Gray on the kick coverage. The return man was Jeffrey Allison.
That's the only thing about the pooch punt. It gives the offense great field position. I know you're scared to kick it to Houston back there who could possibly take it to the house, but squib it back there or something. Don't give it to him way up here on the 42-yard line to start this third quarter. Great field position.
Definitely agree with that. We're glad you're with us on this chilly November night. First round playoff game of the Georgia High School football playoffs. 1st and 10 for the home team from their own 42. Green keeps it himself. Gets it across the 45 out to the 46-yard line, a gain of 4 yards on first down.
North Cobb doing a better job now of knowing exactly where Isaiah Green is. He hurt him kind of in the first half with his running ability, and when we talked to Coach Cannon, there was a phrase you like that Coach said about his quarterback when I asked, Does he run? Is he mobile? And he said what?
A little faster than a snail. Wow. I think he's a little faster than that.
Yeah, he's done a good job with his legs tonight.
Here's Demetrius Whitmore, the man responsible for all 3 of Langston Hughes' touchdowns, with a good run inside the 45 down to the 43-yard line. He picks up 16 on that run. Another first down for the Panthers.
Look at the first half stats. Nothing is pretty daunting. Nothing stands out. No team really doing a lot. Both teams had great field position for the most part, but the biggest thing, 2 turnovers is the key to this ball game.
There you go. Donovan Johnson, he's still on his feet. And finally taken down by Gilbert Blow. A gain of 29 yards on that first down play, all the way down to the 15-yard line of North Cobb. But a flag looks like it's going to bring it back. Costly penalties tonight for Hughes. At least 3 big gains in the first half, negated by penalties, and it looks like this long run of 29 yards will also be wiped off the board. Holding this time. That's cost them a couple of times previously as well.
Yeah, big play here. Even if, this drive does not continue in a touchdown or a field goal or points, they're going to change the field position of the game already, and they're doing a good job coming out, establishing the run in the third quarter early and trying to get that going, and they've done it, but now they just hurt themselves with the costly penalty, and what looks like could have been set up a huge coming out of the third quarter for a score.
So back to the 48-yard line. First and very long for the Panthers. Green to throw, wide receiver screen, complete to Kenyon Houston, but beautiful coverage that time by Chandler Wooten, but a flag is dropped in the offensive backfield.
Yeah, you got to get a personal foul here.
Roughing the passer. There you go, DJ.
Yeah, I thought he might have lunged at him when he threw the screen outside. He got a free run at the quarterback and kind of lunged at the quarterback, and I think they're going to get him every time. And see if we can catch it on the replay here. Maybe catch it live, but you see him come. You see him lunge at him, kind of lunge at him late, hit him in the head up high, so that they're going to get that call every time he lunges out at the quarterback. And then they, like you said, the head-to-head contact.
Keno Aitkins, a junior nose tackle for the Warriors, the guilty party. So after being penalized for 15 yards, 10 yards I should say, for holding, Langston Hughes is back in great shape as North Cobb is penalized 15 for the personal foul of roughing the passer. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. That's Donovan Johnson, the ball carrier. Plenty of room up the middle. Breaks it out to the right side. Johnson is into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the season on just what was his 8th carry of the year.
The speed of this team is just, it's beyond real. And he got to that second level. Once he got to the secondary, there was no hope of catching him, and just a solid run. And it's all set up by the penalty. They had him. Good defensive play, shut down the screen, had to hold him penalty, bring him all the way back. Got to credit Langston Hughes for overcoming those penalties and still getting 6.
First drive of the first half results in a 43-yard touchdown run from a senior, Donovan Johnson. Delamore's kick, his 4th PAT of the night, is good, and the Panthers are back on top, 28-21 after a 5-play opening drive of the second half. At what?
My bad.
These are the old scoring summaries. I improved them to include plays, yards, time. .10:26 early in the third period. And Donovan Johnson, number 44 in the Panthers of thank you very much. Langston Hughes, it's a little chilly. Wasted no time retaking the lead. A back and forth football game. And if I can keep up, it should be fun.
Guess that's what happens when you call me out, you know.
I know. I just called you out in the break.
Right. And that's what happens, man.
That's karma, baby.
It comes
there you
right
go.
back at you, baby.
You spew negative, you receive negative. You share positive, you receive positive.
But you're right. That's how you come out in the third quarter if you're Langston Hughes. I mean, that's a big drive coming out of the third quarter, getting points on the board after everything that happened.
Both teams like to use the pooch punt, much to my disbelief, but that time, no, it did not work well. St. Romain staying on his feet and returning that kick all the way out to the 38-yard line. Good return by Torian St. Romain.
And you know who ran him down there, Van Earl? DeAndre Walker, the defensive end. He's on the kickoff team.
Number 1.
And runs him down. Your defensive end is on kickoff team running down skilled players. So that tells you his athleticism there.
Your Army All-American defensive end. Here's the touchdown run.
I mean, just speed. Like you said, once you get to the next level, it's goodbye.
Let's see if North Cobb, behind senior quarterback Tyler Queen, can answer the opening drive score of the second half by the Panthers. Queen to throw, first down, complete to McCrary. Good gain, good run after the catch. One of those yak plays for the 6'5" McCrary. He picks up 7 yards on first down.
That's exactly what you want on first down. You want positive plays. You don't want anything getting you behind the chains, and you're picking up 7-8 yards. That's even better. So now you're already in great field position.
All the way out to the 45-yard line, second and short. Bryce Perryman, the ball carrier. Nowhere to go. Those inside runs, DJ, have really produced nothing for the Warriors.
Yeah, those yards are far in between getting for, and every time they try to run that zone read up the middle. Langston Hughes done a good job of not allowing them to get that free pop tonight.
Good look at the Army All-American DeAndre Walker, number 1, 6'4", 210 for the Panthers. Change of play. Tyler Queen with play instructions for his offense. Queen to throw. Scrambling, still on his feet, looking downfield. He's got a receiver, but in and out of the hands of Jay Irwin. Another dropped ball. That I got it at 7 for the night.
Tyler Queen, he is beyond believing what's happening right now. He can't believe. I mean, after you make this spectacular of a play, spin out of a play, make a guy miss, and then accurately throw the football down the field, he's like, what else you want me to do? You want me to run down there and catch it as well? 7 drops. If North Cobb end up losing this ball game, the drops will be huge. They will be huge because they are drive stoppers. That's a third down incompletion that moves the chains.
It was 3rd and 3, and now with the field position at our own 45, it looks like, Queen is going to kick it away. Kicked it right to Kenyon Houston. That's a dangerous return, man, but they're down there in time. This time as he runs into Brandon Bennett, who takes him down.
Man, I like you said, anytime he touches the football, you're right, it can be a dangerous moment for North Cobb. And you see they're trying to rugby style. They're trying to just get that football out because they're trying to block it too, you can tell. A good job on the cover unit to stop that elusive player, Mr. Houston.
Here comes the Panthers' second drive of the second half. They go 1st and 10 from their own 39. Kenyon Houston split out wide to the right. Green on the quarterback draw. Taken down, might have picked up 1 yard on the play.
Nothing brewing. You see Langston Hughes always starts their drive with the run, trying to pick up positive yards. That's something that you can see that they're all about. Positive plays early And then if you have to throw it later in the down, then you just go ahead and do that. But right now, they want to control this game, control this clock. They have the lead. Don't do anything to hurt us now.
2nd and 9 for the Panthers. Whitmore, the ball carrier. Still fighting for yards and finally taken down after picking up 2 yards on the run.
And just notice how this game has gone since those 2 interceptions that were thrown by Isaiah Green. He's had one play that was thrown down the field, and that was on a 4th down conversion they had to get in the end zone right before halftime there, before North Cobb got the football. But other than that, they haven't really allowed him to throw the football down the field like that. I wonder, with this long of a 3rd down, will they allow him to throw it down the field again, or will they come with some type of screen to receiver or back?
3rd and 7. Green looking to throw, but forced to scramble and way off the mark intended for Kenyon Houston. So it'll be kicking time for the Panthers. Working with the sophomore quarterback is the offensive coordinator, Travis Smith, in his 6th year here with Willie Cannon, but also involved on a lot of the coaching is the quarterback's coach, Tony Scott. And it looks like all of them are working with the sophomore quarterback right now.
He just doesn't feel comfortable throwing the football in the pocket. I think his confidence is a little shaken after those 2 interceptions, and anytime they had to throw the football down the field, he's gotten outside the pocket. I don't think he trusts his inside.
Good punt to Bryce Perryman. He signals the fair catch and at the 27-yard line, and that's where the Warriors will take over, but another flag on the play.
You got a late flag right there towards the end of it. Something happened between, it was one of, I think it was number 14. Number 14 for North Cobb.
That's Torian St. Romain. He is on the special teams.
You got to wonder if there was a late hit or a late block in the back or something, because as soon as I saw the Langston Hughes player go to the ground, he's throwing for the flag, so we'll see what the call is.
Chop block against the Warriors. That will back him up. Inside their own 20.
Well, North Cobb hasn't done much on offense. I mean, to say the least, besides that drive before halftime, but they only went 50 yards in that drive where it took 16 plays to get them in the end zone.
Right.
So going the length of the field is something they haven't really done all night long.
And a big reason for that, 7 drop passes, all of which have been extremely catchable for the North Cobb receivers.
Good point, and that's the reason why they haven't gone too far. They've had a lot of drop passes, especially on key downs.
1st and 10 from their own 13. Queen with the slant pass. That one intended for Dion Dodd.
A little behind
Might have been
there.
a little behind, right?
Yeah, that pass was a little bit behind him. I think Tyler's trying to force that football into that zone there right before that linebacker got out to him, and he's trying to throw back shoulder on him to get a completion.
2nd and 10, deep in your own territory. You're the OC. What are you going to call, run or pass?
I think you got to put it in Tyler Queen's hand. You haven't run the football all night. You got to trust your receivers. They're eventually going to have to catch some footballs for him.
Looking to throw. Deflected. And incomplete, intended for Jordan McCray.
Yeah, just a good job of the defensive lineman getting his hands up. That's what they teach those defensive linemen. You can't get to the quarterback, watch the quarterback's eyes, and when he's about to throw, get your hands up into the passing lane.
3rd and 10 for North Cobb. From their own 13-yard line. Queen looking to his left, has a receiver. That's Devin Granville, and that's a catch. stayed in bounds, picked up 18 yards, and picked up a first down in the process. Number 2 coming through for his senior quarterback.
Here's the mental part of the game I talked about. He's ready for the next level. The corner's playing so far off, no need to throw it all the way down the field. Back shoulder ball. That's what you got to do on the next level. That's what you got to see the entire field. Not just throw a go route because you got a go route. He threw a back shoulder ball, got him a completion on 3rd and 10. Good job of Granville as well to keep his feet in bounds to get that completion.
That was Bryce Perriman running for 6 yards on first down, 2nd and 4 for North Cobb. Queen pulls it, takes it, and gets it out close to the 45-yard line. They'll mark it at the 44. He picked up 7, and he picked up a first down in the process. And head coach Shane Queen, along with his offensive coordinator Tom Clark, listening to DJ's advice and keeping the ball in the hands of their quarterback to produce yards.
Hey, nice job of him on that particular play, the play action on there. I mean, put that ball in there. He actually rolled that football really well to the very last moment and caught DeAndre Walker kind of in no man's land and pulled it, and he couldn't make a play on the back or the quarterback.
1st and 10. More running room for Perryman up the middle on first down. Gets it out to the 48.5-yard line. 4 yards on first down.
Yeah, great play on first down. I mean, that's the most his run game has got majority of the football game, and now the threat of Tyler Queen running the football has opened up a little bit on the inside for Perriman. So maybe this offense is starting to click a little bit more, find some open holes.
Looks like picking up a couple of first downs on this drive. Oh, and an 8th dropped pass for the North Cobb receivers, this time Devin Granville, the guilty party.
It's just unspeakable
Crazy.
right now. It's unspeakable right now, the many drops that they've had in this ball game.
And they're still very much in this ball game, too. That's what's also pretty amazing. Under 6 minutes to go in the 3rd period. Beautiful strike from Tyler Queen to Jordan McCray. Beautifully thrown ball, and a receiver holds on to that one, moves the sticks after picking up 19 yards.
This is Tyler Queen saying, guess what, you're going to catch this football. This ball hits him between the 1 and the 2. There's no way he was going to drop that football as it bounced off his chest, but great accurate pass, stepping into the football, throwing it like you mean it.
1st and 10 at the 34. There goes Queen. He's got lots of room on the right side. Racing for the corner, taking on the defender. Touchdown, Warriors. Jamarcus Whitmore came on, tried to keep him out, but Tyler Queen met him head on, and he comes up limping after a 33-yard touchdown run, and that looks like it might be a knee, DJ.
Well, you got to hope he's all right. Maybe it's an ankle. By the time he gets to the bench, it looks like he's a little bit better, but you're right. He's holding that left knee. He might have got it twisted in the end zone right there as he tried to reach in for the end zone to get 6. You got to hope he's okay. If he's not okay, that's a devastating blow for North Cobb. But great action by him, holding that fake, pulling it, and then he didn't run out of bounds at the 4-yard line. He put his head down and said, I'm getting 6, baby.
9-play, 87-yard drive. Took a minute, 51 seconds, but the concern right now for North Cobb is the health of their quarterback. We're tied at 28 on WSBTV.com.
I hope he's all right, man. Because he got kind of twisted funny as he went in the end zone trying to put the ball, over in the zone.
And it is his left knee. Oh boy.
Did you see it?
No. Got to roll it back.
See right here. Look at his ankle.
It's the ankle.
Like I said, it's the ankle.
I thought the way. Oh, well, he'll be all right from that.
But it's a lot of torque on the inside of that knee too. Look at that knee. It's
right.
a lot of torque on that knee.
You got to freeze it just like you're doing it.
Yeah, it's a lot of torque on that knee right there.
Are you going to freeze it like that? Tyler Queen still down on his back, and it looks like he's still in a lot of pain. We're going to show you the replay from his 33-yard touchdown run that tied the score at 28. And to add to the difficulty of the situation for North Cobb is that their head coach, Shane Queen, has to stay focused on his team. There he is coming back to the sideline in the orange sweatshirt.
I tell you,
He's also very concerned about his son.
It's going to take a lot to keep him out of this ball game. I can tell you that. But his ability to run a football is just as much a part of his ball game as throwing, as you can tell on that touchdown. So if he cannot move around like he's used to, that's a huge blow to their offense.
Will Horton with the kickoff. Fielded at the 16-yard line by Kenyon Houston, and there he goes. Check that, that's Demetrius Whitmore, and he returns it all the way inside the 45-yard line, down to the 44 in North Cobb territory. But let's take a look at this touchdown run that resulted in an injury to Tyler Queen.
I mean, just great action in the backfield, and then pulling it the last possible moment. But you're going to see as he gets down here and he goes at him, watch that left ankle as it gets twisted there. You see the left angle, then you're going to see the knee kind of, the torque on it right there. There's where the injury, it kind of happened. So you can tell it's the kind of ankle to the knee. You can only hope he's all right. But one thing to also think about is it's cold.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he has to keep walking around, and he has to stay moving.
Pass complete on first down. That's Rashad Birch. The junior wideout picks up 12 yards for a fresh set of downs for the Panthers, and the Warrior defense has got to stay focused. All of that team worried about their quarterback, but they've got a job to do, and the Panthers are trying to, once again, keep the pedal down on the floor. Whitmore on his feet. Finally taken down and finished off by Brandon Bennett, but another big gain of 5 yards on first down for Demetrius Whitmore.
Yeah, the defense is going to have to stand up. But you know what's hurting them here is the special teams. Those pooch punts are really giving Langston Hughes giving them short fields. They haven't really having to go to long field majority of the game.
2nd and 7 at the 24.
All out blitz.
There's Johnson, avoids one, shows his speed into the end zone for a second straight possession. It's a Donovan Johnson touchdown for the Panthers.
And here's what happens if you go all out blitz. If you don't get to them and somebody gets out of their lane, this is what happens. You get to the next level and nobody is there. That's the only downfall of going all out blitz, and they break the run.
It took just 3 plays after a very big kickoff return down to the 44-yard line of North Cobb. And as DJ mentioned, he gave them great field position, and they practiced a little carpe diem and seized the moment. Now they'll once again try to take a 7-point lead, and they do. A 3-play, 39-yard drive that took just 62 seconds. And the Panthers are back on top. Now 35-28 on these Georgia high school football playoffs. Is that him?
Yep.
So they're taping his ankle.
Taping his ankle, yeah. Backup quarterback is freaking Saint
Romain.
Yeah.
He's thrown 4 balls this year. There he is. That wasn't him, no. Well, that's a great picture, not only for North Cobb, but football fans and Auburn football fans as well, to see Tyler Queen back on his feet and looks like he's ready to go.
But here's the thing. I mean, he's standing there. He's ready to go. We know he's a tough kid, but we don't know to the extent how much he's hurting. We know he doesn't want to come out of the ball game, but how bad is he hurting? How much does it affect how he moves around?
Right.
And we can see he's done a good job of getting away from guys, extending plays,
right.
And that's part of his mobility. If he can't do that as well as he did, that takes away a lot for this North Cobb offense.
Another pooch kicking really short and fielded at the 30, but fumbled. Ball is loose. It looks like the Panthers have recovered. That time the pooch kick pays off. The return man distracted by the oncoming kick cover team. Unable to secure the football, he got rocked. And the Panthers jump on the loose football and take over at the North Cobb 30-yard line.
Well, they only took to the 5th pooch punt for it to work for him, but you can see that he takes his eyes up, and you see at the last moment he sticks his heads up to see where the defender is. In that last possible moment, you can see he get his head knocked back. Right, Perryman there.
No, it's Brandon Bennett, actually. Brandon Bennett, number 9, who was trying to field that kick, and he did get rocked, man, right in the face.
Yeah, he tried to look up to see where his defender was coming from and see, instead of just trying to hit on that football, and takes a lick right in the mouth. Snaps his head back a little bit, so that's probably where he's having a little discomfort right there in that neck area.
And the man who delivered the hit, Kenyon Houston, I think he delivered the hit. Either way, Houston getting stretched out. And now, if you're Tyler Queen and the North Cobb team, you got to be even more concerned about the health of Queen, because he's going to be standing in the cold that much longer.
Yeah, Tyler has to do he has to move around over there, because if not, that ankle, that knee is going to get stiff. And you don't want to go out there with that getting stiff and not being able to move around. He has to make sure he stays loose on that sideline over there, but good to see Brandon Bennett walking off to the sideline.
That was a lick. We got a 7-point ball game as we are approaching the 4-minute mark of the third quarter. There's a shot of Tyler Queen trying to stay loose, but unable to get back on the field because the Panthers forced a fumble on the kick return, and they take over 1st and 10 at the North Cobb 32-yard line with, once again, outstanding field position. Green, the handoff up the middle to Whitmore. That first down interior run has been producing positive yards all night long for the Panthers. 4 yards on that time.
I know they score here. It's going to be really hard to overcome for North Cobb. A 14-point swing right here. This could be played huge in the ball game. This could be the one turnover for North Cobb that really hurts them.
Let's see if the North Cobb defense can meet the challenge. Hand off to Donovan Johnson, and there you go. But a flag comes in from behind the linebacker area. Good drop for a loss of 5 yards. And holding called against the Panthers.
Yeah, they probably decline this. Get it to 3rd down. As you can see, Coach Queen over there saying, no, we don't want that.
That's right.
Don't give these guys any extra downs.
So it'll be 3rd down and about 12 for the Panthers. 3rd and 12. Three and a half minutes remain in the third period. Panthers trying to go up 2 scores. Green to throw, looking over the middle. And the short throw is complete to Rashad Birch. That's the first time, as DJ has reminded us, that Green has gone over the middle since the 2 pick sixes.
And here's the thing is that they went man coverage on that particular play, so he didn't have much to read. He was reading his guy that he wanted to do. They went crossing routes because they knew they had man coverage, hoping they could bust it out, but they did what they wanted to do, pick up enough yards where they can go for it right here on 4th down.
4th and 4 for the Panthers. They're 100% on 4th down conversions tonight. Green to throw. Green pressured, goes long to his intended receiver, but you can credit the pass rush for that one. But another flag comes in.
Whoa, you got a late penalty. You got to hope this is not on North Cobb in this personal foul. I saw a late flag coming in, and they're pointing at number 53 for North Cobb.
That's a backup defender, Alex Sanchez.
I think he's going to get called for a personal foul.
Calling it on the offense. And an ejection of a player. My goodness gracious. It looks like number 14. If I got the number right, either 14 or 44.
Oh, he said 53.
Oh, well, you said 53. I thought you were talking about North Cobb, but you're talking about a blocker up front. That's Trent Level, a senior and a captain, if 53 is the guilty party.
Oh, it looks like it's 58. That's who Coach Cannon's talking to now.
Okay. Head coach Willie Cannon talking to a player. And there's the ejected player down on the far end of the bench, of the Panthers bench. And you can see Willie Cannon talking to him. That's Connor Johnson, also a senior. And Coach Cannon is telling him he needs a lot better, smarter decisions than that from a senior blocker.
Well, whatever he did, it was enough to get an ejection, so he must have threw a punch or something to get him out of the ball game. That's a huge penalty for them, and not only was it a stop for North Cobb, it gets the football back to him and then gives them great field position starting near midfield, and that's bad for if you're number 58, Connor Johnson. He's a senior, might be his last ball game.
Ooh.
If North Cobb somehow, some way finds a way to come out with this win, but that really hurt his team right there.
So now the focus returns to the North Cobb quarterback as they take over 1st and 10 from their own 46. Queen looking mobile and not mobile enough as he's taken down for the first sack of the night for the Panther defense. A loss of 12 in on the pass rush, number 20, Kevin Holt. And you can see that his mobility was limited from what he's been showing earlier in this game.
Yeah, you think Langston Hughes don't know that? They know it. That's why they're coming after him, because they know he's not moving as much as he was in the past. But guess what? Tyler Queen, he's going to find a way to surprise you, I promise you.
Here's a little screen to Bryce Perryman, trying to use his blockers. Getting it out to the 43-yard line. Still got a long way to go for a first down, but a big pickup of 9 yards on that second down play, but it'll be 3rd and 13 now for the Warriors.
You know, Banner, I was watching Tyler Queen after he threw that screen pass. He was still a little ginger on that left leg, I'm just going to say, between that ankle and knee area. He was still a little ginger on it.
Queen again to throw, moving around to his right, going downfield. Throwing into double coverage and almost complete to Dion Dodd. But pretty good coverage that time by the Panthers secondary. Joshua Brown, one of the 2 defenders, back deep against Dodd.
Yeah, that early sack really hurt North Cobb, got him really back behind the chains. It was hard to overcome that after that long sack. But I think they still had a chance to catch this football. Tyler looks pretty good moving right here. And you see he throws off that right leg, but looks like he had a chance at it.
He had a chance.
It went right through his arm. Went right through his arms.
Again, you got to step up and make those plays in a playoff game when you're down 7 late in the 3rd.
Those are the plays that are difference makers. Those are the plays you got to have in the playoffs if you're going to win the ball game.
Head coach Shane Queen electing to keep his son in the game to handle the punting duties as well. Got a flag. Comes in on a dead ball foul. Going to be delay a game against the Warriors. Head coach Shane Queen has a backup punter in his place kicker, Will Horton, who's punted the ball 3 times this year.
In crunch time, you got to have your best players on the field.
Okay.
Especially in the playoffs.
Well, okay, I counter that by saying, well, you need your best players on offense, and he's a lot more valuable as a quarterback than he is as a punter, as the Panthers called timeout.
How much has special teams really mattered in this ball game? A lot.
A lot.
So if something happens on the punt, maybe he's not used to that kind of pressure they put on that punter. He shanks one or he gets it blocked. It's a huge play in the game.
Well, that's true, and they have been pressuring the punter, Tyler Queen, all night long.
So you got to have your more sure-handed people in the game right now, especially in a key spot like a punter who you worry about. Big 4th and 18. I don't expect any shenanigans right here from North Cobb. The best thing they should want to do is get this ball out.
Willie Cannon, his patience is really being tested tonight. Been a lot of costly penalties committed by his players. The biggest one is the last one, an unsportsmanlike penalty against his right guard, Connor Johnson, and he was ejected for that unsportsmanlike penalty. So after the timeout, we'll line up again for North Cobb punt. Quick whistle. I thought it might have been another penalty, but the punt just sailed out of bounds. And looks like they're going to mark it at the 43-yard line of Langston Hughes. Again, very good field position for the Panthers offense.
You hit it right on the head. I mean, they really haven't had to go full field all game, and when
not.
they have, that's when they've been stopped.
I think their worst starting field position was around the 30-yard line tonight.
Yeah. I mean, you change the field position every time, and North Cobb is a team that has to go full field every time they get it. So it's been a battle of field position, especially in this second half.
I stand corrected. Their worst starting field position was their own 20. But that's only one time in the game. First down run by Whitmore, picks up a yard.
What's kind of lost in the shuffle right now, Banner, I think, is the huge stop North Cobb defense got last series. After the fumble here on the kickoff, they were able to stop them, not allow them to go up by 14. This North Cobb defense has to stand up again.
Whitmore again, fighting for yards. Tough running back. Makes it 3rd and 2 after a 7-yard gain.
If I'm Langston Hughes, I don't snap this football again, but they probably want to pick up the first down here right before the quarter ends, as they do.
Whitmore indeed picks up the first down and gets it down to the 40-yard line, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter. A 9-yard gain resulting in a fresh set of downs. Check that. There's still a few seconds on the clock as they stopped it for the first down, and now we are at the quarter break. Langston Hughes on the move, trying to add to their 7-point lead. One more quarter to go in this first round playoff game on WSBTV.com. Along with DJ Shockley, I'm Van Earl Wright as we begin the fourth quarter here at Langston Hughes with the home team on the move, 1st and 10 at the North Cobb 40-yard line. Green pulls it out, keeps it himself, stays on his feet, gets it inside the 30, inside the 20, and finally slides to a stop at the 17-yard line. First down run of 13 yards by the sophomore quarterback, Isaiah Green.
Isaiah Green reminds me of the bridge after it gets wet. It says slippery when wet. He is slippery right now. How he got away from North Cobb's defender is just beyond amazing right now. I thought they had him for sure in the backfield, or at least for a 2-yard gain. Slippery Isaiah.
First play after the quarter break, and North Cobb calls timeout.
Got to regroup. They got to come up with a huge stop. Right now, you know already, Langston Hughes is in 4-down territory. They're going to go for it every time they get on 4th down, especially down here. They're already inside the red zone. They're going to go for it.
Let's go! Put it in there! Let's put it in there! Sally. Hey, count on me.
Panthers offensive coordinator Travis Smith.
Hey, let's go!
Warriors defensive coordinator Chad McGee.
Talking to some of their coaches on the sideline before the ball game, he talked about Jeremiah Colbreth, number 51, Trent LaBelle, 53. Say when they got here as 9th graders, they were 210 pounds. Now, Jeremiah Colbreth, number 51, is 288, and LaBelle, number 53, the other tackle, is 295.
First down for the Panthers. Whitmore continuing to carry the load. He picks up 4 on that first down run. He's going to sleep well tonight if he can get over all the aches and pains and soreness.
They get a win, he's not going to feel none of that.
I hear you. Second down and 4 at the 12-yard line. Whitmore. Good stop that time by the front line of the Warrior defense. In on the tackle, Jay Bishop Gray.
Right now, North Cobb defense had to say, all right, we got 2 downs to get him off the field. They're going to run the football no matter what. This is what they do. They run the football successfully here in this 3rd quarter. Now coming into the 4th quarter, they've done a little bit of the same. So you got to expect some inside and outside zone runs right here.
7th play of the drive. Johnson dropped for a loss. First man there, Rashawn DeCastro. Check that, number 29, Larry Bryant. A loss of 5 yards on that play.
Defensive front starting to show up for North Cobb. Some of the key players, Keanu Akin, Scotty Carles, these guys are starting to show up front. Big 4th down right here. Because it's so long, it looks like they're going to attempt a field goal. The extra points haven't been the prettiest tonight, but we're going to see what this field goal is all about.
Fernando Delamora, a sophomore kicker. 3 out of 3 on the season. His longest is 32, and that's what they're lined up for right now. A 32-yard attempt by the orange shoe-wearing place kicker.
Oh,
blocked. Huge turn of events in favor of the North Cobb Warriors.
North Cobb season is still up for grabs right now. They still got a chance. Give credit to this North Cobb defense. I talked about it before we came out of halftime that their defense, or Langston Hughes defense, whoever defense, has to step up and make a play. And right now, 2 big, huge stops for North Cobb's defense to keep this game in striking distance for North Cobb. Tyler Queen, hey, shake off the injury, shake off the leg, shake off the knee. It's time to play ball.
9.5 to go, and Tyler and the Warriors take over in their own territory. Wide receiver screen complete to Devin Granville, the kid who had a broken leg early in the season, back on the field and producing a gain of 13 yards on that first down pass.
We've seen this play happen 2 or 3 times tonight, and he's gained maybe 5 yards. Now you see the momentum shift now as they got 2 big stops on defense, picking up huge yardage on first down.
1st and 10 from their own 34. Handoff up the middle. Bryce Perryman, the ball carrier, and a flag comes in late from on the defensive side of the line of scrimmage. Warrior players signaling it's against the defense. Personal foul, face mask against the Panthers, as signaled by referee Jerome King. That'll move the sticks in favor of the Warriors. They trail by 7 as we approach the 9-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Both of these clubs trying to reach the second round of the playoffs for a third straight year. It's never been done in either school's history. Tyler Queen, left side, complete to Devin Granville. Looks like it could be another first down for the Warriors. That same play producing positive results. They will move the sticks after gaining 10.
I know we're talking about Granville, but number 11, Billy Nichols is the guy who's out there getting a key block both times to spring Granville for huge gains.
And you got to love that, since Nichols has also had 3 drops in the game. Perryman, the ball carrier. Lots of room up the middle. Gets it to the 25-yard line. Where does this come from?
Absolutely. That's exactly what I'm saying. Where has this run game been at all game? Now things are working on the outside. Now things up the middle are working. Look at the mass hysteria going on right now for Langston Hughes, trying to get fresh bodies in.
And
first down.
And the Warrior offense is waiting on the chain gang because they're unable to keep up. That's by far the biggest run of the night for Perryman on an inside run. Again, the swing pass, wide receiver screen to Granville, and that one not producing as many yards, but still positive yards, taken down by Corbin Green, a gain of 6 on the first down play.
Hey, Banner, if it ain't broke, you don't fix it.
I'm with you, baby.
They went back to it consecutive times, and guess what? They picked up positive yardage each time. You see Nichols on the outside blocking well again. It's a good job on first down.
And the Warrior offense too fast for the referees. Getting tense out there between the players as well.
I think he's counting to see if they got too many on the field. Back jug is.
2, 4, 6, 8. No, I don't think they. I don't think the referees are able to keep up with the tempo of the Warriors offense, in my opinion. But you know how much I love referees.
I know. You guys are buddies.
2nd and 6 for the Warriors. High snap, snagged by Queen. Going to Granville. Oh, my. The receiver quit. The safety was coming down, and Granville wanted no part of that contact from number 3, Jamarcus Whitmore.
Yeah, man, that's why he quit on it, because he was shot out of a cannon coming from the safety. Tyler trying to fit that football into Granville. He had a small window, but Granville said, that window is not enough for me right now.
Mercy. 3rd and 6. Audible from Queen. Queen moving around pretty well. Looking, and throwing for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Caught, but it looks like it's out of bounds. Caught by number 22, Alan Johnson. Nope, I'm sorry. Jordan McCray, back of the end zone, but he could not bring it down in bounds.
Dude, that was a catch. That wasn't, I mean,
I don't know, man.
No. I'm not saying his foot was in. I'm saying that was just
a
great catch. We can see a little bit closer here, but, dude, this is a catch between 3 defenders. Look at that.
Mercy.
I mean, he's out, but, dude, that's a big-time catch.
That's 6'5", climbing the ladder. Queen picked off as he was going for Devin Granville. Montavious Atkinson, and taken down by Queen right at the 36-yard line, and Queen with some words for Atkinson. Words of frustration. Tyler Queen threw into double coverage, and Willie Cannon is there to greet Atkinson and say, do not lose your cool. Do not cost this team. You just made a great play. Don't take it personally.
Hey, he's trying to go back to the well one more time than Granville, trying to force that football in there. It's 4th down, but you got 3-4 guys around there. He's trying to get into his – he's sitting right up under all that. I think Langston Hughes knew exactly where he wanted to go with that football. It's an outstanding play.
Crucial turnover with 8 minutes and 6 seconds remaining. North Cobb still trailing, and now their defense has to answer the call one more time. The first to stop the ball carrier, Jay Bishop Gray.
Here's the irony of that particular play. Tyler Queen throws interception, who's going to Auburn. Montavious Atkinson, who gets the interception, is going to Auburn.
They're going to have some words when they meet in the summer.
You no doubt about it. He's going to say, I possibly ended your season.
Yes. Oh, yes. Both seniors. Here's Isaiah Green, but again, the North Cobb defense appears to be up to the challenge. Larry Bryant with the good tackle, a loss of 1. It'll be 3rd and 10 for the Panthers.
Big play here, 3rd down. This North Cobb defense has done a good job of selling in. They gave them a couple big plays of runs, but other than that, they've kind of settled in here, especially in this 4th quarter, stopping Langston Hughes. Now, if they come up with a huge stop here on 3rd down, it'd be something to talk about.
Let's see if they'll allow the sophomore quarterback, Isaiah Green, to throw the ball. That's what the call is, a little screen, and it's a successful swing pass to Whitmore out of the backfield. A nice play call and beautiful execution by Isaiah Green and Demetrius Whitmore. A huge first down for the Panthers after picking up 24 yards on 3rd and 10.
Hey, this is the play they scored on early in the ball game. Just a swing pass, one-on-one on the outside. You got to make that tackle. If you make that tackle, it's 4th and maybe 2. But one-on-one in the open field, they like that matchup. He's done it all night for him. He's been a true workhorse. You said he's going to sleep really well tonight. Whitmore showed up and shown why he is one of the leading players on this football team.
3 touchdowns scored by number 9, Demetrius Whitmore. Now there's confusion on the personnel, and Langston Hughes forced to call a timeout with 6 minutes and 29 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. But I got to talk about number 9, Demetrius Whitmore. Now 9 rushing touchdowns on the year, now 2 receiving touchdowns on the year after 3 tonight.
This is his first year starting too. Coach said he's still learning. So I can't imagine once he learns exactly everything to do, oh man, he's gonna be a unique talent. Only a sophomore. This kid has a long way to go. You see right in the middle of this huddle, their number 1 player, their Army All-American. He's a defensive player, but he's in the offensive huddle trying to rally his players.
I'm going to get him out of there for you. I'm going to get him out of there for you. Not you. Not you. Let's go.
Great look there at the intensity on the sideline in a playoff game. And number 1 is DeAndre Walker. As DJ mentioned, a U.S. Army All-American, which is as high an honor as a high school player can receive. Now it's 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the 41 of North Cobb. Again, Whitmore the ball carrier, and again, he stays on his feet after first contact, and it looks like he picks up another first down. Demetrius Whitmore with a 10-yard gain.
Langston Hughes got baby oil on their jerseys. They got something going on because it's hard for them to bring down Mr. Whitmore. He doesn't look like such a big player, but he's 190. He runs hard, runs physical. And in that last huddle, the people I heard talking, the offensive line. The offensive line was amped. This is how they like to end the ball game, on their shoulders with the run game.
Under 6 minutes to go. Again, they put it in the belly of Whitmore, and he's still fighting and still clawing for yards. He might have been dropped for a loss twice tonight, but man, I don't think more than 2 times. I don't think any more than 2 times, I should say.
And here's the thing about it. North Cobb's going to see a heavy dose of this run game. They're going to see a heavy dose of Whitmore here. They're going to force North Cobb to stop him. They're going to keep that clock running. No need to throw it. They're going to continue to pound and ground this ball game until you stop.
2nd and 7. This time it's Donovan Johnson. He has 2 touchdowns on the night for the Panthers. And he gets it down to the 25-yard line after a gain of 2. 3rd down. Panthers lined up, ready to go, trying to take advantage of a tired Warrior defense. Under 5 minutes to go. Green to throw. Slant pattern is caught by Kenyon Houston. He's also been a huge performer tonight. The senior, 5'10", 165 pounds. Completes a 10-yard passing play for the Panthers. They got a fresh set of downs at the 19-yard line of North Cobb, and it's beginning to slip away from the Warriors.
I think we see the trust that Langston Hughes, offensive coordinator, has in Isaiah Green to throw the football on 3rd and 5 and complete it for a 1st down. The trust to do that. Wow, Isaiah Green is growing up, and his team is showing, hey, we believe in him.
Whitmore again. I said he might have been dropped for a loss twice tonight. I know one thing, he has not gone down on first contact at all tonight.
No, he's a tough physical runner. I just can't get over. I didn't expect him to throw the football. I expected him to keep pounding it. But when they needed a huge 1st down, they put it in their young sophomore's hand, and he delivered.
Now it's 2nd and 7 as we go under 4 minutes. Johnson this time. Great running back duo getting the job done for the Panthers. A gain of 2 on that run. 3rd and 5 for the Panthers. Here comes the 10th play of what could be a game victory sealing drive.
I don't think they want to put it in the hands of the field goal kicker. We saw last time it got blocked. Any chance of that happening and they run it back could be huge momentum swinger late in this ball game.
Whitmore right side. On his feet still on his feet and into the end zone for the 6th touchdown of the night for the Panthers and the 4th for number 9 in black, green, and gold.
Oh man, this is so ironic right now. North Cobb saw this team 2 years ago and the score was 42-14. Wow. And now you look up and Langston Hughes is about to put 42 up on the board.
And we got an injured Warrior down on the field right inside the 15-yard line.
41-28, pending extra point, 3:08 remaining in regulation.
10-play, 64-yard drive that took 4 minutes, 58 seconds off the clock, capped off by a 9-yard touchdown run from Demetrius Whitmore. That's one of those, what we've been hearing this season, the 4-minute drives.
That is exactly what it was.
Will seal a win.
It's demoralizing for a defense to just have the football run down your throat on that particular play or that particular series. North Cobb's defense did so much. They bend, and they finally broke there for the touchdown. Tough outcome, but good to see.
Larry Bryant.
Yep, good to see Larry get up and walk off on his own feet. Looked like he was under a lot of pain, but that guy right there, he's played a ball game for the ages in this first-round playoffs, wheeling his team here tonight.
Absolutely. And he's only a sophomore, but he's looked like a senior tonight. But the dynamic duo of himself and the sophomore quarterback of Isaiah Green.
Goodness gracious.
We're going to be talking about Langston Hughes for a while.
Yeah, we're going to see these guys playing for a minute now. Their defense it flies around. They got some key players on there that's young as well. It's going to be interesting to see how this team turns out this season, actually, because they're going to be hard to beat.
If Langston Hughes holds on, they will take on the winner of Northview and Milton in the 2nd round. Kick from De La Mora is good. It's a 42-28 ball game with 3 minutes and 8 seconds remaining here in the 4th quarter. Langston Hughes pulling away on WSBTV.com.
Who? That's it?
He's actually got 4 scores, one through the air. But that's, you're saying on the ground, okay. Back at Cannon Field, named for the only head football coach in the history of Langston Hughes, right there, Willie Cannon. This school in Fairburn, Georgia has been around for 6 years. Willie Cannon has been their only head football coach. First 3 years were a struggle, just 7-22. But in these last 3 years, he's won more than 80% of the ball games that he's coached. And the Panthers, overall, their record, 35-28, coming into this first round playoff game.
That's an amazing turnaround. You said 7-22 now, 35-28. I mean, that's winning, and that's winning frequently there. I mean, they've done a good job.
28-6 now, going to be, looks like 29-6 in their last 3 years. That's impressive.
How big is that for this school to make it to the second round and possibly beat a big-time program like North Cobb? I mean, they're no slouch up there in Cobb County themselves. So this game still has 3 minutes to go in the ball game, but right now Langston Hughes is in great position to see next week.
The man with the orange shoes, Delamora.
I know you're all about orange, so.
I don't like orange. There's already way too much orange in the city of Atlanta tonight, I'll tell you that. And I'm a big-time Tech fan tomorrow, and I'll tell you that. A really short pooch kick that tried to be knocked back in bounds by one of the cover guys for the Panthers, Jamarcus Whitmore.
That would have been a smart heads-up play if it did. If he was able to do that and they get on it, I mean, that's going outside the box there to make a play.
But instead it goes out of bounds, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Warriors at their own 35. You don't mind me being a Tech fan tomorrow, do you?
Not at all.
Thank you.
Not at all. You can be a Tech fan tomorrow. Probably that's the only day you can be a Tech fan.
Well, I might pull it for him when, last Saturday in November.
I'm not sure we'll be friends if that happens.
I just want to irritate you. And I always pull for the underdog. When you've been a lifelong Gamecock fan, how can you not pull for the underdog?
Yeah, because Gamecocks are always underdogs. I got you. I feel you.
Okay.
It's kind of similar to our producer, Mr. Stephen Lawler. It's the
now you're going to start dogging Stephen?
The Iowa Hawkeyes. I mean, it's just.
Oh, man.
He
doesn't even have a chance to defend himself.
I'm just talking about underdogs, man. I mean, I'm just trying to make sure people know what underdogs look like.
Tyler Queen to throw on 1st down. It's complete on the left side to Bryce Perryman, the running back coming out of the backfield. A good gain on 1st down. Picks up 15. Moves the sticks. But it's going to be one heck of a comeback with less than 3 to go and down 2 scores.
They got to take a shot to the end zone. I mean, they got to take a deep threat. They got to try to throw it down the field. I know they don't allow, but they got to do that and work the sideline like they're doing. But they got to make some shots. They got to make some shot plays. Dinkin' dunking is okay, but eventually you got to go down the field.
7-yard gain on the completion of Devin Granville on the left side. Second and 3 for the Warriors. Queen looking right side to Perryman again. It's complete, but good tackle, good open field tackle by Chance Turner, one of the safeties for the Panthers.
You're right. Coach Gannon talked a lot about Chance Turner as well as one of the key players on his team as well. He's got 2 picks on the season, but that was a great open field tackle by Chance there, stopping a nice Perryman who can really make you miss in open space.
3rd down. Queen chase out of the pocket, avoiding the rush, keeping his eyes downfield, throwing it up, but incomplete to McCray on the right side. I will say this, it's looking good for number 15, looking good health-wise. It looks like he has his mobility back, and he was able to shake off that scary-looking situation when his leg got trapped on his touchdown run.
Yeah, it's good to see him moving around. I mean, you never don't want any of these kids to get hurt. He has a bright future in front of him, and you don't want to see him get any type of injury here tonight. But glad to see him back moving around, trying to make some plays and extend this ball game.
4th and 4. This could be it for North Cobb. Queen's got an open receiver left side and caught by Devin Granville. Huge gain all the way down to the 7-yard line. North Cobb isn't done yet, ladies and gentlemen. A gain of 29 yards, and there's 2 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter.
If you're the quarterback number 6, Kenyon Houston, how do you allow Granville to get behind you? I mean, he was probably behind him by 10 yards. You can't allow that. It's 4th and 4. You know they want to try to go deep with it. You can't allow that.
1st and goal from the 7-yard line. Can they score quickly? Tyler, a little loft pass, and it's picked off in right at the goal line by Montavious Atkinson. His 2nd pick of the night, and that could do it. Tyler needed more zip on that throw, DJ.
That's going to be a tough way to end the career for Tyler Queen. He's going to end his high school career last pass as an interception. That's going to hurt. He kind of threw that just up in the air, up for grabs. I know he's trying to make a play, but it wasn't 4th down. It was still only 1st down. So he had a chance to find an open receiver, and he kind of lofted it in space. You're going to see here on the replay, this is not what you wanted. He was getting some pressure from DeAndre Walker here, and you can see him fighting off 2 defenders and in his face and forcing in between 3 guys, and that's just not what you want, throwing off his back leg. Not what you wanted as your senior quarterback, and not, I know if you're Tyler Queen, you don't want to finish your career in that fashion.
I have to say that was really the first really poor decision of the night for Queen. He's been playing great, showed a lot of toughness, a lot of grit. That's disappointing for him. He's had a fantastic career. This was the 48th start of his high school career for number 15.
Yeah, he's way down at the end of the field near the 25-yard line. You see him got his head down, and, you know, that's probably the last thing he should be doing right now. He's got to find a way to just regroup himself right here. Looks like they're going to call, you know, a couple of last timeouts and possibly get the football back, but he's hurting right now. He's hurting. He's probably, you see him maybe sobbing over there a little bit because it means a lot. I mean, you put so much into this season. He's a senior, and you can see he's a little hurt by the outcome of this game and maybe how it's going to end.
Got to believe that he's also telling himself, what in the heck was I throwing that up for grabs like that?
Yeah, I mean, he knows it was a bad decision. He knows it was a play he wished he could have back, especially with the time on the clock left, only on 1st down. You didn't have to force it in the end zone like it was 4th down. So that's one play he probably wishes he could have back tonight if he could.
But again, he's had a fantastic career at North Cobb, playing for his dad, committed to Auburn about a year ago, and he should have a very bright future for Gus Malzahn and the Tigers.
No doubt about it, he will. He's a fantastic quarterback. He fits everything they like to do at Auburn. We've seen him a couple times. The way this guy competes is next to anybody in the country. So I like his chances up there. It's going to be a lot of competition, but that's what you want.
Well, he's exciting to watch because he extends the play with his mobility and his also great ability to keep his eyes downfield. I mean, that's fun to watch.
You know, as a guy who was kind of mobile himself, to see a guy who can move around and create plays.
Tell us what's that like.
It's fun, man. I tell you, man.
I bet it is.
You can make guys miss. You know, I remember doing a lot of that at Sandy Creek. You know, our statistician up here.
Oh my!
Our statistician, Mr. Andrew, he's seen a few Sandy Creek games now, but I'm just joking with him. Just joking with him. It's fun though, man.
I bet it is, brother. Minute 54 remaining in this first round playoff game. Langston Hughes with the 14-point lead and with the football after a second interception from one of their star performers, Montavious Atkinson. Green with the handoff to Donovan Johnson. He stays on his feet. Out to the 30-yard line. Stays in bounds as well as they keep the clock running. They'll stop it briefly for a moving of the sticks, but a gain of 26 yards that time for Johnson.
But the only hope they had was stopping the clock again and them not getting the first down, but that kills all the hopes of that by them picking up a huge first down. Now they can kneel on it and say hello to the second round of the playoffs for the first time in a long time.
Oh, my goodness. There goes Demetrius Whitmore for a little salt in the wound. Can he make it? He will not. And he fumbles the football, and North Cobb picks it up. That's an exhausted Demetrius Whitmore. The fumble they call it a fumble, and North Cobb recovers and gets it to the 15-yard line in their own territory. So good hustle. Good to see the good hustle by North Cobb on that long run, Devon Harris.
Yeah, good job of not giving up on the play. You're down by 14 points. You don't give up on the play, and you end up doing an excellent job of poking the football out right there. That's just an excellent job. Now you got a chance here. With a minute to go, Tyler Queen can redeem himself and say, hey, my last pass was not an interception. So he's going to get a chance to drive down and see if he can make something happen with a minute to go in the ball game and possibly get a quick score and an onside kick. You never know.
You never know. Incomplete, intended for Billy Nichols. Gotta love Devon Harris, the senior cornerback, not giving up. Down 14, last minute of the game, and he still hustles and tracks down the runner and forces the fumble.
Yeah, those are things that you look back on film and say, hey, this is what North Cobb football is all about.
That's
I don't care what the score is. We never give up until there's zeros on the clock, and that shows you right there what Coach Queen teaches these kids. They're all about it.
Queen, left side, complete. Nichols, the receiver. Going to be 3rd and 4 for the Warriors.
Yeah, like I mentioned, the dink and dunk work early in the game. Right now, you need chunk plays. You need 20, 30-plus big plays here if you're going to have any chance of possibly doing an onside kick and scoring here.
Complete. Nichols, the receiver, steps out of bounds and picks up a first down in the process.
Langston Hughes say, all right, you can have that all day you want.
Sure.
You can pick up 4, 5, 6 yards all you want. We're not going to allow you to big play.
Hello, everybody. Oh, there's Drewski. Say hello, say hello, Drewski. There you go. Get some airtime. That's what I'm talking about. 43 seconds remaining. Oh, and a snap goes over the head of Tyler Queen. He picks it up and will be dropped for the sack all the way back to the
3-yard line. Great job all night down on the field by, you see
Andre Walker finally got him a sack.
Hey, that's all he wanted. He said, I got one. Make it to 20.5 sacks there. You see the respect there from the 2 Auburn guys right there snapping it up together. But good job down on the field, we mentioned. Our man Scott and Ben down on the sideline getting some good shots inside the huddles.
Jay and Ian up top, battling the windy, cold conditions. And a drop pass by Devin Granville. But it looks like they'll run the clock, and that will do it for this first round playoff game. Hello, Scott and Ben. Good to see you at the end. Langston Hughes moves on to the second round for a third straight year, and that's the first time they've done that in their brief 6-year history. The final score, 42-28. Back in a moment to wrap up this playoff game.